Telling a brother on the way over here, I drove for 13 years without my driver's license, and I lived in Iowa. And the police used to always put me over, and they would ask me driver's license, registration, insurance. I would say I ain't got none,
Is any of these
and they would
open?
take my
No.
ID, look at it, and they would go, "Okay, Mr. Bell, go straight home." I go straight, but I wouldn't go home. Yo,
Jake's out here straight.
I'll go straight. I would go straight and make a left, make a right. And we was looking at that precept in Acts 5, I think it's 5:17 or 17 to 19, one of those, where the Lord winks at our ignorance.
Mm.
And that word winks is Greek, and it means not to punish, not attend to,
Yeah.
just giving you a pass.
Yeah, that's mercy.
Mercy, long suffering.
Mercy.
Yep. So, no more winks now.
For real. Huh? Well, the Lord's, every once in a while, you
He's
get a
still
little
good.
wink here and there, but
Yeah.
you're catching that hell, brother. I know I'm catching hell.
Oh, me too.
Shit.
We all get it, got it. And it's still all good.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
All right, Shalom. Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash.
We say double honors and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, not God, not Allah, not Buddha, not anything other than Yahweh. All right, the name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. It ain't Jesus, it ain't Yeshua, it ain't Christ. It's Yahweh Shai. Hamashiach, meaning Yahweh Shai, the anointed. All right, and he's anointed man that was sent for us as the Israelites to deliver us. Can you get that precept in Deuteronomy where it says, "He shall send one of your brothers like unto me, who will raise up." I think it's like a brother. KJV, Deuteronomy. Not that one. The one where it says, "Oh man, I'm trying to think." A prophet like unto. Let me see. And to him, he shall shall.
Oh yeah, 17 and 15. From one among thy brethren shalt thou set.
Deuteronomy 18, 15 through 19.
Oh, okay.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, and starting at verse 15. It says, "The Lord Yahweh thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken."
Yeah, and these Arabs, they try to take that and use that and claim that applies to Muhammad, and it don't. They said one of our brothers, you can get it in a blue letter. It said one of our brothers, a prophet, like he gonna raise up unto us, and to him we gonna hearken, we gonna listen. All right. And that's talking our brother, meaning what? Our fellow Israelite man. Oh, go ahead and read it, bro.
In the NOT it says, Moses continued, "The Lord your power will raise up for you a prophet like me from among your fellow
And
Israelites."
Yahweh Shai is definitely a prophet. Of course, he's the Most High's son.
That's right.
All right, he's more than a prophet. He's our savior. You know what I'm saying? Which the prophets are called saviors too. The Lord said He shall send saviors up on Mount Zion. But Yahweh Shai is the savior. There's no one that could get us up out of here through His Father except Yahweh Shai. All right. Read it again.
And notice how it says, "From among your fellow Israelites."
Yeah, so among
Like-
the fellow Israelites, not among these heathens. All right, not amongst these Arabs, man. And Muhammad ain't saved nobody. He went on a
Right.
conquest, destroying people, forcing the Israelites into Islam when nobody even wanted to accept his religion in the beginning, especially of our people. He came to the Jews to try to get reverence, try to show reverence, and try to get some acceptability because they was the money, and to basically set his religion up. Even though it was the Catholic Church that was behind it, that gave him the power to do it. Because his wife Khadijah, she was a what do you call them? A nun? Yeah, she was a nun, but she was wealthy. That's what they say. And then he married a fucking 5-year-old, a 9-year-old. The other, matter of fact, was it Khadijah? I think that was Khadijah was the first one, but then there was another one. I forget her name, but she was a child, man. And Khadijah was a widow. She was a widowed woman. Can you read that again?
God, this is Deuteronomy 18 and verse 15 in the NLT. It says, Moses continued, the Lord your power will raise up for you a prophet like me from among your fellow Israelites.
And that's Yahushua. Go ahead.
You must listen to him.
Read it in the KJV.
In the KJV it says, the Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him shall ye hearken.
Right, like unto him. So a prophet like Moses. You know, and Moses was a king too, so he was more than a prophet. He was a king first in Jeshurun, but our Savior is coming out of our line. Hebrews 7 and 14, Bible Shah. Okay, Yahushua came directly out of the line of King David, who also came directly out of the line of Judah, who also came directly from the line of Adam. He was an Israelite, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Yeah, that word Judah is really Yahweh. All right? And the tribe of Yahweh wasn't known for having priests. Obviously now that partition is broken, and as it says in Exodus, I think later in the New Testament, he will speak about that we're going to be a nation of kings and priests. Okay, so every Israelite man is going to be a king and is going to be a priest. All right? But Yahushua is evident that our Lord sprang up out of what? Out of the tribe of Judah. He's one of the 12 sons of Yashar'Allah, or Jacob, what you call him in English, Israel. Okay? The fourth son. For his mercy anyway. You know? So here it is. It's evident that our Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah, the tribe in which Moses said nothing concerning priesthood. But yet he is our high priest. What you got?
This the book of Acts 4 and verse 12. It says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given amongst men whereby we must be saved.
Right, so there's no other name. Jesus ain't the name of our Lord. That's another Savior, right? That's another God. That's the one you call Jesus that people believe in this world. Just they do a quick Google search and what shows up? A so-called white man. And according to the y'all Christian doctrine, he loves everybody. And he died on his cross for everybody. But that's not what's in the Bible. Acts 4 and 29. 5 and 29, Slack.
This is the book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. Verse 30, the power of our fathers raised up Yahushua, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. Him hath the Most High exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins.
There it is. So that's it should be cut and dry. But the vast majority of you people that call yourself Bible believers, Bible-toting believers, Christians, or whatever, like Vocab Malone, you get tripped up on that. And you assume that, that was before Paul, so that had to be, they weren't talking about the Gentiles at that point, but now the Gentiles are in. And that's not the case. The Gentiles were Israelites who lost their nationality, their identity, their religion, to what? to Hellenism, and then later Romanization, and even now, the so-called Westernization, right? But that was talking about Israelites, those Gentiles that will be brought back into the fold, man, who didn't have any Commonwealth rights or inheritance in the Commonwealth of Israel at the time. Because at the time, you had Israelites who practiced being Israelites, who grew up in the culture, who grew up in the history, who knowing the history, who grew up following the commandments to the best of their ability. All the apostles were Jews, Judites, all right? Pretty much Judites who grew up knowing that they were Israelites. You didn't have to tell them they were Israelites. You didn't have to tell Peter to refrain from abominable foods, because he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then they had a thing where, like, if you weren't basically living in Israel, growing up in there, nobody knew who you were associated as a heathen. All right? You were cast out as a heathen, so Jake didn't deal with you, even though you was an Israelite. And even then, you still had Israelites that didn't live in Jerusalem, but every year they came in. Acts 1 is not Acts 1, Acts 2, verse 6. See what that say.
All right.
We spoke about, it says, then it was devout Jews from out of every nation under heaven.
Acts 2, verse 6. Now, when this was... Acts 2, verse 6. And Annas, no, the high priest.
No.
That's not the one?
It's in that chapter.
Okay.
That's not it.
Acts 2 and 5.
Yeah.
2 and 11.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Read Acts 2 and 5.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, and verse 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. Now, when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were
Start at 4.
Okay. Acts 2, verse 4. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues.
Yeah, and that wasn't, I should have bought a Honda, but I bought a Hyundai. No, that was different languages of the known world at that particular time. So you had them speaking in the Ethiopian tongue, the Midianite tongue, the Arabian tongue, the Persian tongue. Okay? You had them speaking in these different tongues, different languages. And back then, Israelites weren't known for being bilingual. We had Jake that was smart like that, but the average Israelite, like who the disciples were, they were like average men, everyday men at the time before they woke up. They didn't know. They weren't learned men. That's what I want to say. They were not learned men. They didn't even know they didn't even learn the law, the histories, the rites and rituals and all of that the Pharisees knew. Because the only time they would hear this is when they went to the synagogue. But that was it. They were kind of, before waking up, they were concerned with their average life. So they were what you would call unlearned men. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't common for an Israelite to even speak another language. Because back then, to speak Greek, if you were a Judite, Judah, Benjamin, and a Levite living in Israel, it was detestable to speak Greek. It was detestable. It was like you were trading on your nation. Okay? So they spoke different dialects of Hebrew. You know how, like in America, you'll get somebody from Baltimore. Baltimore people talk crazy. You know, like to people that's not from Baltimore, because you can't understand, like, it's their accent on the words they use. We say the same words, but it's like somebody from Philly and somebody, you could tell the difference between somebody from Philly and somebody from Baltimore, or somebody from DC and Baltimore, and they're close, but they speak a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the same way that you would have in Jerusalem, because we had cities, brother. People talk about, like, Israel, like Jerusalem was the only city. Like, it was mad cities in there. You got Nazareth, you had Galilee. You know what I'm saying? You had Cappadocia. So not everybody, and then you had people that had spoke in the more affluent version of Hebrew. So people that were well-to-do, they spoke different. Same language, but different accents.
More refined and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Read it again.
Acts chapter 2, verse 4. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance.
Can you read it?
And There,
what that say in the NLT?
NLT says, and everyone present was filled with the Holy Spirit and began speaking in other languages.
Other languages. Again, not that mama say, mama sa, mama kusa shit. Other languages, bro. All right? Other languages. They were speaking in that. Keep reading.
It says, and there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven.
What does it say in the NLT?
NLT, at that time there were devout Jews from every nation living in Jerusalem.
And look up the definition for devout.
Time. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout. It's a Greek word.
Hold on, let's go through the words.
Mm-hmm.
The Greek word. If you don't know the word, always play it.
Yep, I was gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, bring it.
Strong's G 2126. Eula base.
And then repeat it.
Eula base.
Eula base.
Okay, now what's the definition?
Eula base. Taking hold well, carefully and surely, cautiously.
That was it right there with number 2. Reverencing God's pious religious. So you reverencing the Most High, meaning they feared the Most High, and they were religious, meaning they followed the customs. Pious, all right, meaning it's like they were humble and giving, and you had that because remember you had Israelites. Go back to the precepts. You had that because you had remember the different dispersions that happened. You had the Greek dispersion, that was big because they took Jacob away. Before that, you had the Persian and the Medial dispersion. Before that, you had the Neo-Babylonian dispersion. All right, so Jake was all over the place. And when Zerubbabel and I think Joshua built the second temple, not all Israelites came back, man. You had Israelites that stayed in Babylon. You had Israelites that stayed in Persia. Let's keep on reading.
Verse 6, Acts 2. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language.
So confounded mean they were confused. They were like, what? How they can speak this? Because you know, if you could speak multiple languages, that made you very valuable too, even in this world. If you speak more than one language fluently, bro, and they were speaking fluently, man, without having learned any lesson, because the spirit of Yahweh Bashar was on them. Okay, that was some of the first. That was a miracle. That was like the first miracle that the apostles, the time disciples, were able to do. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
That's the NLT or the KJV?
That's the KJV.
Okay, yeah. We
What,
got the
NLT?
KJV again. No.
KJV again?
Yeah.
Okay. Acts 2, verse 7, and they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans?
Keep reading.
And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born?
Wherein we were born. You had Israelites born outside of the Commonwealth of Israel. But they could, some of them, a lot of them, they could trace their lineage back to Jerusalem. So that's why they would come in every year, 3 times a year. They would come in, particularly the Passover. And that's when they would, it was like the Muslims do the Hajj today. Right? You had Jakes doing a pilgrimage back to Israel to follow those days, man. They didn't live there, so they had to, that's where you had the money changer issue. Because what Jake was doing, these niggas, was in order to buy stuff in Jerusalem, or back then, you had to use the shekel, right? But if you're coming in from a different country, you gotta, it's like, what they call that money changing today? I forget what it's called. It's,
Foreign exchange?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You had a foreign exchange system set up. And that foreign exchange system that was set up, they was manipulating. So they was like charging you more, giving you a piece of money. It was the money changer was getting over, man. You know how niggas do.
Yeah.
No oversight. And Yahweh Shai saw that shit and he flipped the tables over, man, and beat their ass and got them the fuck up out of there, yo. Because that's wicked. You ain't supposed to do that. The only reason why they was doing that is because Jake was foreign and wasn't from there. So, you also had to buy certain sacrificial sacrificial animals too. Doves, goats, rams, all of that. So nigga would upcharge you, you know what I'm saying?
Charging double.
Yeah,
triple.
charging probably double, triple. Yeah. Niggas always getting over.
Oh yeah.
Buy one get one free.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, to promote
Yeah.
you know sin,
Yeah.
because that's what it was. Imagine, you know, the Lord doesn't want, like the scriptures say, has the Lord more pleasure in sacrifice than in obedience, roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
And that's what it was. It came to a point where like it became a business selling the sacrificial animals.
Yeah.
And inside the temple, man. So
Yep.
like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
these
it was
motherfuckers
a fucking
doing?
bugging out. And it was like, you knew that because if they lived in Israel, they would have land. If they had land, they would have cattle. And cattle are different types of animals, not just cows and shit. But they would have different cattle. But because they didn't, they had to buy it.
Yep.
You know, and they didn't know what they was getting. You know, they probably was getting some fucked shit, you know? You know how niggas do?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna just get these, set these aside for them Jews that's coming in.
Yep.
And I'm gonna keep the good ones for myself. You know, just being niggas, man. But that's what they would do, so that's why they had to pay these exchangers. What you got?
No, I was just making the words bigger. Acts 2 verse 8. And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born, Parthians, and Medes.
Remember the Medo-Persian Empire? Look up Parthia. Where was Parthia at? Not you.
Okay.
Right there. Everybody gets something to do.
The water.
Yeah, the bar. What they say, brother? Parthian Empire was an archaic empire.
Iran.
Oh yeah, so Persians, like we said. Read it again, brother.
Parthians and Medes.
Yeah, Parthians. So there was Persians and the Medes. They weren't heathens. They were Israelites that were still in those lands. Why? Because of the different dispersions. We were scattered, and you still got Israelites scattered in today.
Yep.
I was watching. I wanted to have somebody to talk to about this documentary that I watched over the week called Divorce Iranian Style. And it shit like it was set up in like the 90s, probably like the early 2000s or something. But it looks old. So, what I was gonna say, it made me think about something.
Like Jake was
Oh yeah,
scattered on-
yeah. The water, brother, the water. Bro, you gotta watch this shit. This shit is so crazy. It show you how like these women manipulate the divorce system over there. Because really, they don't want you to get divorced. They want you to stay married. For a lot of these women, they want to get divorced for petty reasons. The dudes stay out too long. Now I'll get back to the point. The dudes stay out too long. He don't come back in the house for about 2-3 days. Then he leave, and or the woman say she ain't left with enough money. He ain't working. Like these bitches have to get divorced. This one bitch, she didn't like her husband. She divorced this dude, and she has 2 kids with him, 2 daughters. One is older, one is younger. So in Iran, if a woman marries you, she divorced you, right? Y'all got kids together. But then she married another man, right? You get the kids. She don't get the kids, and she don't get no money for the kids, no maintenance for the kids. She don't get no dowry money, none of that. Like she's on her own, and the woman was trying to tell her, like, look, like you bring in, when you get married, you sacrifice yourself for your kids and your husband. Like it's no more about what you want. But because they were living in the modern times, but I was just looking at these women, I'm like, these are black bitches. The way they were acting, like some of the Iranian Persian women, they were like, But the way they were acting, it was like, yo, these bitches ain't shit. But it also too show you that women, all wickedness but little to the women. They were lying. They were sitting up in there lying. The bitch was about to get thrown in prison for 5 days because she tore up a court document. And the thing, right? She gets in there and start crying and say, I didn't tear anything up. He's lying. I got witnesses. And I guess the dude is so used to this, I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't be there every day in the divorce court. That's not gonna happen. But anyway, she was crying and shit, dropping tears, bro. Looking like, oh, please, blah, 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 right? Then they get out in the hallway, she's talking to the interviewer. She's like, yeah, I got mad at him, so I tore it up. She lied. And the other bitch was sitting there lying. She was a young bitch, she was like 15 years old. She wanted to be back in the world. She wanted to have a life. She came straight from Tehran, and then her father made her marry, at 15, made her marry a man that's in the country. So she ain't like that shit. But she wanted her money. She wanted her $10,000. Wow. And he was like, I'm not giving you no $10,000. I'm not giving you nothing. You don't get nothing because you want this. You filed for this. You petitioned for this divorce. And long story short, she's in the courtroom lying. She said the nigga said he was gonna set her on fire, all kinds of crazy shit. Then he was like, I didn't say this. Why are you saying this? She's like, shut up and just go with it. Shut up and just go with it. They just be in there lying. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I don't know what made me think about that shit, but we talk about Iran. You gotta watch this shit. This shit is hilarious. It's like
YouTube?
It's an hour. I'll pass it on a website. Watch this shit and watch these bitches. There's a lot of subtitles, but it's worth it, bro. It's so worth it watching this shit because it shows you that, you know, again, you got a lot of Israelites. You see these nations. You see a lot of these nations. They're large in numbers, and when you look at us, it's like, man, wherever we scattered at, we smaller numbers. The scripture said it was going to happen. You got a lot of Israelites over there worshiping Allah. And they do that shit haphazardly. They ain't even doing that shit like they supposed to, but they just, you know, feigning the shit.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of Israelites still stuck over there in Persia that look like these Persians now, act like these Persians and shit. Go ahead, bro.
And you could tell they're Jay because they got that rebellious spirit. You see, most of these heathens, they're in order with whatever their gods they're following or whatever. But Jake is always the odd one. Like you said, I had a friend that supposedly he's from Afghanistan and supposedly he's a Muslim and shit, but that motherfucker never followed shit.
Yeah.
He was always doing a bunch of wickedness. I mean, we were both doing it in the world, but I was like, what the hell? Aren't you a Muslim, bro? Like, you supposed to be like abstaining from all this shit. And he was like, nah. You know, I'm just like, but yeah, he had that spirit of rebellion, like Jake does.
Yeah, nigga,
and I'm sure that's what you saw in the
Watch
thing, like,
y'all see that shit, y'all gonna be like,
fucking...
when y'all see that shit, y'all gonna be like, bro.
Hell yeah.
First thing you gonna say is women ain't shit, and that's on all nations. You gonna be like, yo, women ain't shit. Then second, you gonna be like, oh, these are niggas.
Yeah.
The one dude, he was poor, he ain't shit, bro. He was begging, he ain't had no job. Right? So he would leave. I'm sure he had a side bitch or something. But he would just leave. He might have just left the house because his woman was just nagging him all the time. He would sleep on the streets, bro. That's how bad he was, right? She claims that he comes home clean and fresh and smelling good, but she don't think he slept on the streets, but he ain't got no job. So this bitch was in there manipulating him. I guess he got in a fight with his son and smacked him and shit. And then she wanted to get a divorce for that. Mind you, when you get a divorce, it's not like the bitch could just, like in America, like you get a divorce and it's good for you. Like it's terrible. If you're a divorced woman, it's frowned upon.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, it's extremely and the people that came into that courtroom, they were all they call them men of low status. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like high status men. They were men of low status. So this woman, you could tell she was manipulating her husband, bro, in the courts. She was like, oh, I want a divorce now. He's begging her not to do this. Why are you doing this? You defaming me and shit. And she's like, no, you don't come home, blah, blah, blah. And this bitch was like, they paying the camera over. She's talking to the interviewer person. She got a cloak like this, laughing. While this nigga crying, begging. She's laughing. He's like, I'll do everything you want me to do. I'll come home. I'll get a job on Saturday. I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. She was just laughing. She said, I love him. I buy him sweets. He likes to eat sweets and nuts. So when I have a little bit of money, I buy him sweets and nuts. But then she's laughing. She acted like she was crying, but then she was back there cracking the fuck up because they were manipulating the system. And no self-serving Persian woman was going to do that, bro.
Yeah,
not saying they righteous,
yeah.
but they, like you said, those people that are in that shit, that are really come from the people that really have, like the one lady that was in there, I believe she was a Persian woman. She had mad respect for her husband. He wasn't even in the room. You know, she said, I would never do that. When I got married, it was for lust because she liked the way he looked. But then she said, that went away. I had children with this man. I would never leave him, no matter what he do. You know what I'm saying? No. So you got Israelites scattered over. Like Apostle Shahar said, you got a lot of Israelites in fucking Gaza. A lot of them Israelites in Gaza got put to death because one is, you see the little kids, women, children. You know why they got put to death? Because of idolatry, bro. Because niggas is wicked. Even though they don't know, they think they're Arabian. But them Palestinians get treated like niggas amongst the Arab nations, man. Big time. Go ahead, bro.
Wow. And even over here, you'll see some of them Palestinian women, I think they are. You'll see them with jeans on.
Yeah, they westernized.
They're westernized because in their country they don't wear pants.
Yeah, well, at one time Iran used to be westernized. Under the Shah, he was the last emperor of Iran, which he was a emperor through his father, who took that shit through a coup, right? But he wanted to westernize Iran. And then the Ayatollah and them niggas came up and got that nigga up out of there, bro. He had to leave. And he ended up dying in exile, man. But prior to that, Iran used to be like in the 70s, the 60s, that's like mainly like the 70s. That he tried to westernize the whole fucking country, make it Americanized. And the women had all those rights and liberties. Yeah. He the one that said that women, I think it might have been his father. His father started the westernization. He said that women can't wear covers no more, no burqas and nothing. Bitch was taking them shits off, burning them shits, man. And that was the Islamic clerics looked at that shit as a blasphemy, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened? Women start wearing short shorts, yeah, jeans, fucking scanty clad clothing. They was bringing a lot of fucking
adultery.
Yeah. Oh my God, brother. You know, they was doing all of that. All of that shit comes in. Yeah. Even they said the husband said that the one woman that was claiming that, you know, she didn't want to give up the little baby, her 4-year-old child. She was begging. They was like, you got to get that child up. She's like, just let me have this one. I'll let him have the other ones. I don't want no money. Just let me have my child. You know, and but it was all an act. It was all a ruse, man. You know, these women are jacking the divorce court just cuz, man. Wow. But those are niggas. And I said because I could see it act like niggas. Yeah, bro. Like this brother he did a video on out here. The motherfucking kids in a town called Kapolei out here, man.
Them niggas.
Yeah, dumb as niggas. I saw the video, bro. I was like, you don't see Jeff are heathens, but they don't be acting like that. No. Niggas. No. And you could tell the brother said there was a lot of Ephraimites, a lot of Judites among some people, but they don't look like them.
But they got that spirit.
But they got the spirit of a rebellious nigga.
Yeah.
You know? And not saying that the heathen are any more righteous than we are. No. They just got a culture, bro. Yeah. It's just certain shit that they just don't do. But then there's certain shit niggas do in captivity that only niggas do that shit.
Yeah. And them was niggas because one high school, I don't know if it was Kapolei that went to Wapahu.
It was Wapahu that went to Kapolei.
Wapahu went to Kapolei.
And that's a hike.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hike, boy. That's like, what the fuck I get up there?
Midday, even a bus ride takes a minute. You know? So
to fulfill that wickedness.
That wicked niggerdom. Yeah. And the brother was saying like in a video, the news and shit, they ain't want to put that shit on the news. They try to hide it. He said, "Yeah, that's a good video, man. You gotta watch this shit."
And I wanted to show you this. I took a picture of it. If I can get to it real quick, because we thought that I turned off the comments, but I found out that YouTube turned off the comments because those are minors.
Yeah, yep.
That's why.
Yeah, I figured that.
They because I thought it was me too. I said, but I don't do that.
No.
I don't touch the comments. And I took a screenshot of it. Yeah. If I can find it real quick, Salakia. But yeah, I knew that when I first came across the video on Instagram. I was like, oh, them some.
Somebody said, what should I do about a job that makes me work on the Sabbath?
Well, if you already have it, you know, you can't do nothing. Just pray to the Lord to have mercy upon you.
That's it, man.
Or if you could try to get yourself, you know, one of those jobs where you like your own boss, like drive Uber or whatever, that's more convenient for you, then go ahead and do that. But if, you know, you're in a field where you got to work during the Sabbath, because the Sabbath changes every month.
Yeah, your job ain't going to let you change
a
day
lot
off.
of jobs are not going to let you, you know, take a day off every other month, a different month. So, you know, the scriptures say we rehearse the righteous acts, man.
That's all we doing. Is rehearsing the righteous acts, man. So just go to work. But you ain't got to go, when you go to your house, don't cook, don't have sex with your wife. And that's called rehearsing. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta work, brother. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I know a lot of brothers that work on the Sabbath. There's brothers that gotta work on particular camp days, and they got a whole camp another day. And this brother used to go through that.
Oh yeah.
And then he had till he was able to switch his job, his days off to camp day. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what I did throughout all of that? Always pray to Yahweh B'Shem Hashai.
Yeah, that's right.
And be patient.
That's right.
Pray and be patient. Because it ain't going to change overnight.
That's right, brother.
You pray. When you don't feel like praying, pray. And what I learned from my experience, be specific
Yeah.
with your how about Shema Shai. Write down what you want to say in case you forget it, but be specific, and that way you're pouring out your whole heart.
Yeah.
You're letting your how about Shema Shai know that this is serious.
And it's
You know?
it's you know, the Lord see what you're doing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know how niggas in the world like, oh, God know my heart. But hey, the Most High does know your heart. He know that your sincere intentions and your
That's
non-sincere intentions.
That's
so
right.
again, if you got to work on the Sabbath, brother, you got to work. But it's other things you can refrain from. You know what I mean? You got to
That's
go
right.
to work, but then I be having to work on the Sabbath, bro. I work 7 days a week, but it's certain stuff that I do. Like I don't be with my woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't cook. You know what I'm saying? I try to use that day to do videos, to meditate. Rest. It's a day of rest too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do what you can, man.
Yeah, do what you can.
What's in
This
your
is what I'm
control?
talking about.
It says learn why the comments may be turned off. Your owner, the video owner selected as disabled comments. YouTube may have turned off the comments or some content like to protect minors. Yeah.
There it is.
And there was a lot of kids too in that shit. So
All
obviously-
kids.
Yeah, it was a bunch of kids.
All kids, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because my shit, I had a video where a bunch of teenagers was fighting a cop, beating a cop
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and they made it, they age restricted it.
Mm.
You got to be 18 years old to see it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the precepts, bro.
Acts chapter 2 and verse 9, Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in
So
Mesopotamia.
you had Elamites, because remember, the Elamites, they come out of Persia too. You had Israelites in Elam, all in Mesopotamia. That's modern day Iraq, right? And the Assyrians, as well as the Neo-Babylonians, they had control of that area. So it was a lot of Israelites still living in them areas. Keep reading.
And in Judea and in Cappadocia, in Pontus.
Yeah. Pontus is, where's Pontus at?
That doesn't mean it, bro.
No, just hit the button. Hit the interliner button.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking at Asia.
I know it was in Asia Minor.
Let's see.
It says Pontus or Pontus is a region in the southern coast of the Black Sea, located in the modern day eastern Black Sea region of Turkey.
Yeah, so Asia Minor.
Yep, that's what it says.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
region of Eastern Asia Minor.
Yeah, Asia Minor. So yeah, so why? Because you had Israelites scattered amongst there, but they knew they were Israelites. Versus you had the Israelites also scattered amongst them that didn't know they were Israelites. Their parents might have grew up in a Greekish fashion because they found that Hellenization to be better than what they was doing before, like Timothy's father. But his mom's was a Israelite woman who followed her customs, and she believed on the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? His mom and his grandma. But his dad was into that Greek Hellenism. My dad into that Greek shit. He's a Hellenized person, man. You know, my mother is too.
Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not. You know? Let's go back to what we got, bro.
Acts chapter 2 and verse 9. Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in Mesopotamia and in Judea and Cappadocia and Pontus and Asia.
Yeah, it's 4:14 too. Barakatah Yahweh
Barakatah Yahweh B'Shem
Yeah,
Yahshua.
that Asia is Asia Minor. That was it?
Let's you want verse 10.
What did it say?
Phrygia,
Yeah, read all that.
Phrygia and Pamphylia.
Where's Phrygia at? Type it up, Kahan. I don't even see a lot of these lands. They're not called those by those ancient names no more. Some of them are.
It says Phrygia equals dry, barren, a region in Asia Minor, bounded by Bithynia,
Yeah, Asian Turkey.
Galatia,
Yeah. Go back to the precept, right?
Phrygia, and verse 10, Acts 2, Phrygia and Pamphylia in Egypt, Pamphylia in Egypt, and in the parts of Libya about Cyrene.
So you had Israelites over there, Israelites up in Libya.
Wow.
Yeah, you still do to this day. Them Cyrene, what is it? Another one was called where Carthage. Now it's called Tunisia, which is like the I think it might be the capital of Libya. So you got Israelites scattered amongst them. So let's go. Man, I forgot where it's even how we even get on this. Acts. We were talking about Deuteronomy, right? We were reading Deuteronomy. Let's go back to that.
So Deuteronomy 18 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
So we was going into how the Lord, the Heavenly Father, was going to raise Yahushai amongst the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, Deuteronomy 18 and 15, it says, the Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken.
Yep. And that's what we doing. Meaning we listening.
That's right.
We taking heed. So Yahushua is our Savior, and He's going to bring us out of these nations. Get Ezekiel 37 and around about the 22nd, between 22nd, 26th verse. What did I say? Go down. Keep going. Keep going. Let me see.
Oh, can I bring this up real quick?
Bring it out, bro.
This is a quick note I always keep in my phone. Yahushai, the real name of the Messiah is Yahushai, which means Savior. He is the Savior and Deliverer. This is Hebrew. The letter J does not exist in the Hebrew alphabet and was created only 600 years ago.
Yeah, in the 1600s.
So that's something to keep in mind. That's why, we always bring out Jesus is not the name of the only begotten Son. His name is Yahushai. And I always tell people, if you Google Yahushai, it's going to show Yahushai, a so-called black man.
Mm-hmm.
You Google Jesus, you're going to get that other white meat,
Yeah.
that other dude.
Yeah.
So do your research.
Yeah, that's right, man. Bring it up, man.
Ezekiel 37 and verse 21, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and I will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all.
Yeah, that's King David. King David's going to be the king of all of Israel. Yahushua is the King of Kings. He's going to be the high on the spiritual side. And you're going to have King David down here physically doing the work. Making it happen.
It says, and they shall be no more two nations.
Yeah, because we were split because of what? Because of all the wickedness starting from King Solomon. After King Solomon's death, the nation was split. We had the southern kingdom, which consisted of Judah and Benjamin, but then ultimately Levi came out because that wicked king of the northern kingdom kicked them out. I might have been Rehoboam, Jeroboam, Rehoboam. I always get their names mixed up. Jeroboam, I believe it was. He kicked out the Levites, and they went back to the south.
Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all.
Right, because we were divided. Now we're together. Look, you look at our camp. We got a brother from the northern kingdom, brothers from the southern kingdom. We're together. We're one nation. We're brothers. That's why we got this plaque out here.
That's right.
This plank out here to show the 12 tribes chart, the nation, who we are. Whenever an Israelite walk by, if they walk by, and they look at the sign, like, oh, I see myself there. And that's right. Okay? Wait, bro.
It says, neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols.
And that's not going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, we're just going to worship Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We're not going to be, and we're doing that now. We're doing that actually right now. Actually, this is happening right now. We're not worshiping no other God except Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Okay, and in the kingdom, it's going to be complete. Go ahead, bro.
Nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their or with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherewith they have sinned, and will cease and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power.
And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And that's already happening again. I say again now through Yahweh Bashim Shah. Right now the Lord is only dealing with the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? And through his son's sacrifice, Yahweh Shah's sacrifice, through that blood that he shed, he cleansed us. You know? This word also is a cleansing agent for us. But that blood is gives us that pardon too. Okay?
That's right. Because the scriptures say that, you know, the kingdom of heaven is within you, you know, and it starts off with the elect of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, the Lord put his spirit upon those men to believe and what and start rehearsing those righteous acts so that what? So that the glorification of Yahweh Shema Shai starts now, man. And that's what's gonna, you know, that with mingled with our faith is what's gonna get us to the kingdom, Lord willing, we be part of the elect. You know, this is Baruch 4 and verse 36. It says, O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. And that's what, you know, the Lord is doing. He's gathering the elect through what? Through the word of the scriptures, man, through his word, you know. And those of us that have heard the voice of Yahweh Shema Shah are coming in gladness, man, rejoicing. Why? Because we know that this captivity is about to end, and the kingdom of the Lord, which in turn is going to be ours, is coming, man. You know, and that's what the gospel is all about, man. The good news.
Mm-hmm. I have that in the Good News translation, Baruch 4:36. It says, "Look to the east, Jerusalem, and see the joy that the Most High is bringing to you. Look, your children are coming home. The children that were taken from you, they have been gathered together from the east and from the west by the command of the Most High, the Holy One. And now they are coming home rejoicing in the glory of the Most High." So the Lord is gathering us back together. You know,
Through this word.
Through this word.
The other side is.
Oh.
Salakia, brothers, we moving because the sun is beaming on the neck. Move to the shade real quick.
Turn around. Come on this side, brother. There you go.
Yep.
again? After you put your word.
Baruch 4, 36 and 37. Look to the east, Jerusalem, and see the joy that the Most High is bringing to you. Look, your children are coming home.
And that's what Yahweh Shai is coming from the east.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai is coming from the east to the west. We're in the west. We're in the furthest west of the earth. But after you start, if you keep going west, you'll end up east again. You know? So the Lord is coming, he's coming around from the east, and he's going to come what? He's going to save us, deliver us again. Look, read it again.
Baruch 4:36, Good News Translation. Look to the east, Jerusalem, and see the joy that the Most High is bringing.
And it's going to be a joy. It's going to be a joy for us because he's delivering us from captivity.
That's right.
He's getting us the hell up out of here, man. About time. You know, that's something we're looking forward to. That's why it's just called the gospel or the good news. The good news is not for everybody. What's good news for one people is going to be bad news for another people.
That's right.
Okay? The good news for us as Israelites is that salvation is coming unto us.
That's right.
Okay? There's a precept. There's a precept that speaks about salvation has come unto you. I always use the one in Jeremiah. Surely, was it Jeremiah chapter? Can you get that real quick?
Come.
Jeremiah 3, I think it's like 26.
All right.
4, 26.
24. Jeremiah 3:24 reads,
23.
23. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills,
Yeah.
and from the multitude of mountains.
Yeah, because these different nations, they represent those hills and mountains, those different governments. But it's in vain for them to look for salvation. Because salvation is for who? He got the precept that
For the Jews.
Yeah, read.
Truly in the Lord Yahweh our power is the salvation of Israel.
Yep, salvation is for Israel. It's not for all the whole world. So again, what's good news for one nation is bad news for another nation.
That's right.
Just like when these nations ruled and oppressed us, it was good for them because they had freedom. And so they said that when they broke those bonds, they were happy. They could worship whatever God they wouldn't worship. They could oppress us as much as they wanted to. And they felt like even when I think it's in the book of Judith where it says that if there be any fault, rough phrase, if there be any fault in them, if there's no fault found in us, then these nations will end up fighting against the Most High and they'll be destroyed. But if there was fault, if the Most High did find fault with us, then these nations can overtake us. And that's why they keep us in a perpetual state of confusion through their sin and iniquities that they have, their idolatry. I was watching some shit earlier. These two rapper niggas, they're in prison now, but they was rappers and they were saying that they were from Philadelphia. And they were talking about how like pretty much like they say they call Philadelphia baby Mecca because it's the largest population of Muslims in America, in that city. And but these niggas, that lad said like, yo, isn't that kind of counterproductive if you're Muslim and y'all fighting each other and killing each other? And it's like, well, the street shit don't have nothing to do with the Muslim shit. Well, so here it is, because they said it's against. That's why the Muslims in these foreign countries don't really look at Jake in America as Muslims, because these Muslims kill each other across the world anyway. Shia against Sunni, Sunni against Shia. You know what I'm saying? That kind of weird shit going on. But they claim that and that shows you that these heathens, they don't have no loyalty to their so-called religion. They say that it's against Muslim law or whatever for a Muslim to kill a Muslim. That's what they say. But yet you see that happening day in and day out, man. Showing you that shit ain't no salvation in that shit. Ain't no hope in that shit. Ain't no prophecies in Islam. Ain't no prophecies in Buddhism. Ain't no shit. According to the Christianity, ain't no prophecy in that. Because they don't even harp on the prophecies, man. They talk about the prosperity, the goodness of God, how he wants you to live your life in luxury and prosperity and freedom. No. There's prophecies in the Bible. There's prophecies concerning the Israelites and these other nations. What's going to happen to them for what they did to the Israelites.
They are like the scriptures say, For the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prosperity.
Yeah, exactly. The
When
spirit
it
of
says the
Jesus.
opposite thing, it says, you know, for the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of what? Of prophecy.
Prophecy. That's right. That's right. The spirit of Yahweh Shai is prophecy. Man.
That's right. You were done on that one, brother? On
Uh,
Baruch, yeah, right.
Con, yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 40, because like we're going into, you know, there's only one name under heaven. There's only one power that's gonna lead our people into receiving the kingdom and into first and foremost be delivered from the upcoming destruction that is written by that power, and also give us what the kingdom, man, which is what every nation wants. Every nation wants a kingdom that's gonna last forever, that's gonna be, you know, world ordered. But guess what? That privilege was only given unto who? Unto Israel,
Hey,
man.
get Daniel 7 and 18 real quick. Hold what you got.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Like the priest was saying, these people, these other nations, they want their kingdom to last forever. That's their hope, but their hope is vain. Even America, with Esau believes that his kingdom is going to last forever. This is why he invests so much time, energy, and money and manpower into the to the New World Order,
Right.
to the so-called New World Order. So he think that kind of get what's it? Psalms 49 and 11.
This is Psalms 49 and verse 11. It says, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names." That's right, and this is what, you know, not just Esau, but all the heathens had thought while they were ruling, man. They thought that their kingdoms were gonna last forever, man. And like we mentioned, you know, that privilege is only given unto unto Israel, you know, the chosen people of the Lord. Yeah, you see these heathens, you know, naming countries, naming, you know, streets, all that after their names. Why? Because they believe that because they're in power now, that's gonna keep on going forever, man.
Yeah, and that's the false hope right there.
That's right. Like we just brought in that precept. Truly in vain is salvation hopeful from the hills, man.
For salvation is of Israel, man.
That's right.
And that's it. And that's something that these Christians, these people like these so-called apologetics, like vocab alone, they can't accept. They won't accept. And these other nations won't accept it either. They believe that whatever they got going on is righteous. Like we were talking about the Iranians, which those are Persians, but they're in Islam now. What happened to y'all idols that y'all used to worship? Now y'all worship that Islam shit. And then y'all believe that that's a religious way. And I was watching another documentary, about Iraq, how these clerics are prostituting their women out over there. And it's something called temporary marriages. So basically, prostitution is illegal in Iraq. But so they found a way around it. The way that they found around it was a man would come in and get a temporary marriage to a woman, but the woman don't know she's in a temporary marriage. The one woman said that it was the best 3 days of her life. He was feeding her because her husband left her. He went to go fight somewhere. When ISIS came, he left this bitch, and then he never came back. So she was just assed out. So she wanted a husband. So she met this dude, and he took her to the spot out there in Kabul, and where they do the temporary marriages, which those shits is really illegal. And he tricked her. He gave her the best 72 hours of her life, and then he fucked on her. And then he took the bitch out to the market to go shopping, and just disappeared, fell into the crowd, and never was be seen again.
Sound like a date.
That's some nigga move. That's some nigga shit.
Yo.
That's some heathen shit. Niggas are heathens.
Oh, yep.
You know what I'm saying? But he said that's
Some nigga shit.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that's some nigga shit to do, ain't it? But like, he did it. And you got a lot of Israelites in Iraq, bro. That's Mesopotamia, bro. That's ancient Babylon, bro. You got a lot of niggas. You've been having niggas over there. And when I was over there, I seen niggas. I seen dark skin like our color complexion of like if they was this brother's complexion, they were considered white. But there was our complexion, they considered black.
I've seen some over here.
Yeah.
Some over here at Ala Moana.
There you go.
Dark, but they got that nice hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got that going on. So-called nice hair. It's straight.
Yeah, it's straight.
Niggas is dirty. Niggas stink.
Yeah, they look dirty.
But what I was gonna say, I lost my train of thought.
The inward thoughts.
Yeah, these nations, they believe that you know that what they got going on is right. You know, but it's not. We did again.
Right. This Psalms 49 and verse 11. It says their inward thought is that their houses continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations.
Yeah, so these Edomites starting truthfully with them, they believe that their generation is going to last forever and ever because they're really the only nation that names shit after themselves, man. You got a lot of states in America named after wicked ass presidents, man. Jackson, Mississippi, you know, Jackson, Florida. You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. Well, Jacksonville, Florida, that's named after the Indian killer. Rothschild Boulevard, that's named after the Rothschilds. But their inward thought is that their shit's gonna last forever. But they don't even last forever. And then they raise their sons up like their sons gonna live forever. That's not gonna happen. The only ones who gonna live forever is the Israelites, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we never gonna die. That eternal life is only meant for the righteous, not for the wicked. Not for you other nations.
Oh, I just did some research on Washington D.C. was named for George Washington.
Yeah.
That's what it says. So you know, so-called founding father.
Yeah, they named well, America. It's named America Vespucci.
That's right.
Colombia, named after Cristobal Colon. This nigga ain't even never Colombia. But they named the whole country, a continent, a whole country after this nigga, man. And they wanted to name the whole that whole area Columbus.
Wow.
Colombia. Not just Venezuela, Colombia, because Ecuador, they all share the same similar flag. I like that from this brother.
I had Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 4. It says, "Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the winds of his the winds in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?"
Yep.
And yeah, like we're going into, there's only one power that created all things, man. And that power is Yahweh, the Most High, and his son Yahushua. That's right. And unto the Israelites, they presented themselves and gave them what? The promises of the kingdom, man. The promises of salvation, of the gift of the law, and ultimately the kingdom of heaven, eternal life. And this is like we're going into. This is what the heathens are trying to achieve by their own hands, man, which is gonna be impossible. No matter how close you think you get, hey, the Lord got something planned that is against your will, against your imaginations, man.
Yeah, because there's only thing. Get Psalms 2 and 1.
That's right. That's what we were reading. That what the salvation is what for Israel, man.
It ain't for nobody else.
Yeah, you other nations have nothing to do with the Lord. Today I was at a Japhetic, so-called Filipino script, and they had Jesus all over the place and crosses and all this shit.
Oh yeah, they do.
And I'm just like, damn, the heathens really took onto our book, man. And they really believe that they're gonna receive the kingdom. And while I was working and shit, they were out there like, oh yeah, we're going to New Zealand and this and that. I'm like, yo, you in your kingdom. What the fuck you hoping that the Lord comes and gives you another kingdom? Like, you in your kingdom.
Y'all in y'all the brother said it. Y'all in y'all kingdom. Y'all in y'all great place.
That's right.
And you get to share with Esau. Yeah. And you get preferential treatment over the Israelites in this kingdom.
Oh yeah.
You know, you get extreme, we call it extreme, or I call it extreme preferential treatment, man.
Yeah.
You get to keep your language, you get to keep your customs, you get to worship your gods, if you got any. You get to worship, you get the best places to live. You ain't got to worry about living in a hostile area. You ain't got to worry about living in a ghetto where drugs and murder and prostitution and pimping and violence is rampant.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about that. But you got a lot of you Filipinos, you're Jakes too. That's why you left the Philippines, because that place was a fucking hellhole.
Still a hellhole.
Yeah, it's still a hellhole, right? But you come over here to America to exploit the system, but it won't let Jake exploit it. Like, even people talk about social programs like welfare and these different aid systems. Nigga, you ain't doing that. Ain't fucking up the church's money. You know, that proverbial saying, the church's money. That is not. That shit, as soon as Jake get them stamps, they go right back to Esau with them stamps or SNAP benefits.
Yeah.
They recycle it into Esau's, and then know that money goes into the Walton's pockets. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't fucking up the system. They might be on it for a long time, but you created a system like that. You know, you created a system to make Jake extra dependent on the Edomites, man. You know? But these other nations, they come over here. Like I saw a video today, this crazy bitch in Alamoana Mall, some old ass goop bitch, she was driving a Tesla. The bitch shouldn't even been driving. She ran over a fucking charging station and kept driving.
Damn.
They had to tell a bitch, get out the car 1,000 times, man. She didn't stop the car, get out the car. The bitch just kept driving, like, oh, there's something in the road. Bitch, you hit a whole fucking charging station. And you got it underneath your fucking wheel well. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this bitch don't deserve to be driving. And she gets out the car cause I was like, yo, them goofs know how to turn being dumb on.
Yeah.
Yep.
They ain't as dumb as they think they want you to think they are, man.
Active.
She know what the fuck she did. I can't hit no fucking sign and keep driving like, oh, it's nothing. She was fucking that Tesla up, man. But guess what? She'll get it fixed. There's insurance. It ain't about shit.
Yep.
They'll pull the shit out. They ain't gonna charge this bitch to reestablish that shit.
Yeah.
You know? But the bitch just kept driving. Like I said, these heathen nations, that's why Elder Abba Bibbins wrote that book, man. He said the time of the Gentiles is over, man.
That's right.
It's fucking over, man. If you're a Gentile, a natural Gentile, you can prosper in this world. Shit, if you're an Israelite in a Gentile state of mind, you can prosper in this world, man.
Yeah.
But don't be no Israelite.
Oh.
You ain't getting shit.
Yeah, it's like I went to do an inspection at a crib at some place, and the owner of the houses, supposedly they got like over 90 properties, bro.
Damn.
And then I go to this place, bro. It was like one of the worst places I've been. Like, they fucking had like a problem where, you know, some rocks fell from the mountain and hit their sewers, like where all their drainage goes. So they had to like, they were supposed to fix it the right way, but to save money, they just MacGyver some shit, did the plumbing like over the ground and shit. And then the tenant that was in one of the houses, man, every time it rains, he gets like all the drain water into his apartment, and then just flooded his whole place multiple times. And he be calling like to get that shit fixed, and these motherfuckers are mad cheap. They're like Ammonites, Moabites. Those motherfuckers like don't want to pay for shit, bro, get done.
You gonna tell me that them people don't know what the fuck they doing?
Hell yeah.
Or they act like they don't know English all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They act like oh, I didn't know that. Nigga, you know what you was doing?
Yeah, they know.
Hell yeah.
Y'all slumlords. Y'all do the same thing Esau do.
Yeah.
He's a slumlord.
Yeah, out there in Brooklyn, where Amalek started taking over all those areas where Jake used to live, Ephraim and Judah, bro. I used to work for some dude doing maintenance, and there was like Hispanics and shit, and they would say like, yo, once they started moving the Amalekites in here, like they would treat us like if we didn't exist, like we would call for a maintenance or something, nothing, bro. But as soon as some shit break in one of these fucking Amalekites' houses, right away, bro, they come to the rescue.
Well, and that's just something. See, that's another thing too. I'm glad we're getting into the spirit. That's the spirit, because it's like these people, they take our culture, they took our culture, our identity, and they muck it up.
Yeah.
See, like they take the good portions of the Bible and apply it to themselves, you know, and they'll say like, because you know the Lord don't look kindly on the heathen nations. He said that they're less than spittle, they're nothing, but vanity. So that these Edomites, they take that as a guise to just do whatever you want to them, because they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. God is not, Hashem is not going to judge them for fucking up Jake and treating Jake like shit. But because they would say we're heathens, right? But there's a righteous way to deal with the heathens, even though we know that they're nothing less than nothing. The scriptures tell us how to deal with our slaves, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just kill us. You just take a slave eye out and that's that. No, it's a punishment.
Right.
It's a judgment for that, brother.
That's right.
Commit adultery.
Yeah, you gotta
against
let them go. Yeah, commit adultery on them. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you want to them, poison them. Like the scripture do say that we can get them of meat that die of itself, but we can't eat that shit. You know, but they take it to the next level, man. They give you straight up abominations. In our kingdom, we're not gonna give these people pork. We're not gonna give these people. We're not gonna allow these people to consume pork, to touch a pig's carcass, a dead body. We're not gonna be able to eat nothing that come out of the sea that don't have fins. You know, but this devil, he give you on top of that. So not only is he giving you abominable foods, he also poisoning you, man, fucking you up. And they believe that it's righteous. I did a video a minute ago, but they believe that it's a good thing to cheat a so-called Gentile. You can kill a Gentile and nothing will happen to you. Just kill him. You're not committing murder. It's not saying you're committing murder. That ain't how it goes, man. Even though we're going to be putting you heathens to death in the kingdom, it's going to be righteous, man, because it's warranted.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to just do it just because you can see a heathen, you just knock him over. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
The fuck, bro? What's up, man? Like, I'm not going to cut my heathens' hands off because they need them to work.
That's right.
It make no sense because they stole something. They got to pay back what they stole 7 times.
That's right.
That's it. Don't expect no check at the end of the week. I mean, at the end of the day.
That's right.
You owe money.
God.
Until that debt is paid.
That's right.
You know? But these heathens, they don't see it that way. And on top of that, they treating the Lord's people like that. Give me what is it? I always get it mixed up. Believe in Zechariah.
Oh, you know what? That's the spirit. Zechariah 1:15 is what I was looking at.
Well, that's good, but the one where it says the apple of my eye.
Oh, come. Yep, that's good.
We'll bring that out after that. The
Zechariah
brother,
2:8.
yeah,
What is it?
he got it.
Got
You
Con,
get what
con.
you got.
Come.
This is
Bring it
the
up.
book of Zechariah 2:8. It says, "For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye."
So when you Jays was fucking up Jake, you're not fucking up no heathens. You touching the apple of the Lord's eye. You're the heathen, and you're gonna be dealt with severely in the kingdom. All of that shit that we were saying about doing heathens dirty. Well, you Edomites, you're gonna be the brunt of that. Even you're gonna be doing it in a righteous manner.
That's right.
We're gonna be raping your children, raping your men, sodomizing your men, shitting on them, shit in their mouth. What kind of shit is that, bruh?
Yeah.
Okay, the brother's about to bring it out.
Yeah, because the heathens, they're gonna live better in the kingdom, way better than they live now.
Hell yeah.
And that's because we're gonna treat them in righteousness.
Yep.
Because we're still gonna be, of course, it goes without saying, serving Yahweh by Shemi Hashai, which is a power of law and
Order.
and order. And decency
Righteousness.
and righteousness. And the Most High is he's fair.
He's fair.
Because he's perfect. Because he's completely fair. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. Can I read the NLT version?
I'll read the KJV verse.
Con. Zechariah 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease.
Yeah, and these heathens are at ease. The brother was speaking about that. His experience with the heathens, man.
Yep.
They ain't fucked up. Something happened. I remember I don't know if you was out here with us. You remember that day we was out here and that big ass car accident happened right here? The woman was letting her son drive the car. They weren't worried. If that was Jake, they'd be screaming and hollering, going crazy because the insurance done went up,
Yeah.
losing their mind.
Yep.
Read it again, bro.
Zechariah 1 verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased.
And why are they at ease? Because they got us in captivity. And they don't care what happened to us. Boy, in the kingdom of heaven, we're not gonna care what happened to you.
That's right.
A whole fucking big ass mountain could fall on an Edomite. We don't give a fuck.
That's right.
An Amalekite especially. Oh, I hope that it drove his ass into the deep abyss, man.
Yep. It says, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah.
NLT, but I am very angry with the other nations that are now enjoying peace and security. I was only a little angry with my people, but the nations inflicted harm on them far beyond my intentions.
That's right, and that's what they're in. These nations, they're
Yep.
in peace and security wherever they at. The brother was mentioning even when they come into our neighborhoods and take it over.
Yeah.
Shake, you be standing in awe and admiration because they getting shit done as a group of a so-called group, you know, and it's really them Hasidics that you see up there in Brooklyn. That Jay-Z was talking about that. He's like, why can't we? Because we under curses, nigga. And you can't get 5 niggas together in the room to follow some righteous act to build up their community. Niggas want to flex. They want the biggest car and chain.
Yep.
You know, then they see what another nigga got. Now they want to cover that for them goods.
Yep.
There's gonna be confusion. You know, but these nations, they're in peace and safety. The Lord said, "What? He's sore displeased with them."
He said he was a little displeased. Zechariah 1 verse 15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased.
A little displeased with us. When you see what happened to us, the Lord could have had it go on and on and on, but He stopped it at certain points because of that mercy. You know, because He always knew He was gonna keep His promise with us. But you heathens, you took us falling off as an opportunity to over destroy our people, man. To overly oppress our people, man.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah, they helped forward that affliction. They kept it going.
To this day.
Even as we speak.
That's right. This is in the book of Psalms 105 and verse 13. It says, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sake, saying, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm.
Yep, and the Lord's people are His anointed people. Even though they ain't acting like it, and now we only focus on the elect right now. Hey, he said He reproved kings for our sake, man. For fucking.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you keep Jake in a constant state of confusion and oppression, not giving a fuck, man. These nations, they really believe that they're better than us, man. Because they got some semi-autonomy, they got some semi-order, and they look at our people, we all fucked up, no autonomy, all confused and fucked up. Even the Jake that try to do right, man, you treat us like shit, man. You know, you show a dog more respect than will an Israelite, man, woman, child. Let's see if they pick that shit up. They're gonna eat that shit. Heaven, they're gonna eat. If animal take a dump, they're gonna eat that shit, nigga. Hey, you see, the Lord told Ezekiel to do that. He told him eat man shit. And he's like, I never did that like that. He's like, all right, I'll make a cow shit.
For real, man.
Yeah, and he had to do it.
Right.
Nations do that anyway. We saw the video. The video of
the Elamite.
Yeah, that was shit. They made shit burgers, bro. They were playing in it like demons. They were like this, like that. I can't find the video, but I know it was like this. And then they were playing in that shit.
That shit.
Making rolls out of that shit.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, they gonna eat that shit.
There's,
And it came out of the animal anyway, right? So it just ain't nothing but whatever the animal been eating.
That's right.
You gotta eat that shit.
I'd seen some shit on Instagram too that supposedly now they're paying for feces. Like you could go and get, not donate, but give up your poop and shit, and that they use it to cure people from certain ailments, and then they eat it. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo,
I'm
what
not
the
doing
fuck?
that.
The heathens
Hell
are
no.
fucking, and
I'm
all
not
that
doing
shit
that.
is Esau, man.
That's wickedness. I gotta put my shit in a bag and mail it off. I don't even like looking at my shit, bro.
Yo, for
As
real.
soon as I take a dump, flush.
You know what I'm saying?
You get some shit on your hand by accident.
I want to cut it
You
off.
that's how fucking disgusting you is by that shit.
That's how I be feeling.
But these nations, they play in shit.
Nasty.
They
man.
play in it like it's nothing. Oh, the East Indian Elam, they'll cow shit on themselves, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a snowball fight, bro. They have a snow shit fight, bro.
Yeah,
I believe.
Crazy.
I could be wrong, but on Instagram there's a video. I believe it's in some part of India. I don't remember which part, but there's a guy walking around.
I believe it's India, bro.
in the street.
Every part
in
of
the
India.
street with a huge tray, and a huge tray like this, and he's walking around selling shit.
Yeah.
That sounds like some East Indian shit. They left
he's
poop over
walking
there,
around
bro.
like this.
For real, bro. That
And-
shit is nasty.
yeah.
I never forget the first,
Yeah.
like some of the first videos, or one of the first videos that I saved on TikTok, because I was so appalled by it, was a fucking East Indian woman in a cow pen, barefoot, playing in shit,
That's
rubbing it on the
nasty,
ground,
man.
acting like she cleaning it up.
For real.
They worship these animals, bro.
That's right.
These people are better than us? Are you crazy? Are you fucking nuts?
Moab or Ammon be having that phallus worship.
Oh,
and
they
shit.
love the phalluses,
Yo,
man.
that shit is crazy, y'all.
And they can't take no dick.
damn.
Them fucking Ammonite bitches can't take no dick.
For
Moabites
real.
or Ammonite hoes can't take no dick, man. None, bro. You gotta. It's like when you fucking them, it's like you destroying them bitch, bro.
Yo, for real.
You destroying them.
Yep, nasty, man. That's that.
But they worship the phallus though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They be having phallus popsicles and shit. The big ass wooden, they put it on their shoulders and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, the
What?
wooden penises.
Yeah,
and shit.
you ain't know
never
that?
seen that shit?
Nah, not yet.
Yo, these motherfucking heathens, man, for real.
Yeah, they through. The Lord ain't dealing with them.
Psalms 2 and 1.
Oh, God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Yep.
And then break it down. Con. Look at this shit. Japanese penis festival. Look at this shit.
What? Oh,
Show the
man.
camera, man.
They through, bro.
And then that's the heathen raging.
And then you got a bunch of moles now going there to fucking
Losing their
make it
mind.
more wicked, man.
Yep.
Yeah, because every time there's something like that comes out, there's a Jake with some money going to check it out.
yeah, hell yeah.
Japanese penis festival 7 months ago, 2 years ago. Look at this big ass. It's always an Edomite looking penis. Kanamara penis festival.
Wow.
Big ass. They got it on their shoulders, man.
Yeah, idols, man.
And they've been doing that. All the nations they've been doing nothing but rewashing and rehashing the same idol shit that they've been doing. They get that shit from Egypt. They get that shit from Babylon. Hey, the motherfucking Egyptians were so fucking megalomaniac doubt that they made a fucking big ass phallus called a obelisk, man.
Yeah.
And they had you up there cutting that motherfucker all damn day, trying to make it perfect so they could just sit it up, rise penis. Huh?
That's right.
Oh man, this nigga getting on my nerves, bro.
You had Psalms
read it
2,
again?
brother?
Oh, yeah, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
And that's right. They're talking about they're gonna last forever. They're gonna live forever. They're gonna endure forever. They're gonna rule forever. That's why they raging. Like that's gonna happen for them. You get a couple of years. You might get a couple of centuries. And that's nothing. When you look at eternity,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then what you doing while you ruling? Wickedness. And you becoming a stumbling block for the sons of the power.
Yeah.
How you think you're gonna live forever, man? How you think you're gonna rule forever, man? Well, read it again.
Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Because that's vain to think that you're gonna rehash, you're gonna manipulate the people into a new financial system where you got to get a chip put in them and you're gonna rule forever under that bullshit. You're gonna consolidate people in these. We already in the ghetto. Now you're gonna consolidate people in these fucking filthy, decrepit cities and call them 15-minute cities and blame the conditions on the people. And then you're gonna have people living on a permanent ration system. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Who the fuck are you to tell us that? Esau? Read it again.
This is Psalms chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Keep reading.
The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together.
And they put themselves in rulership and they take counsel together. The UN, the G20 summit, the G7 summit. You know?
Yeah.
Y'all take counsel together like, okay, we're going to do it like this. We're going to get everybody on the CBDCs. We're going to get everybody on this central digital currency. And we're going to put a chip in people. All nations going to follow it. And we're going to create some type of big-ass diversion to make the people so scared that they just want to give up their human rights, man. You already, the natural rights, you already gave up the natural rights Now you're gonna give them human rights.
Yeah.
We're gonna create a system called UBI, Universal Basic Income. It's a flat income that everybody get. They talk about this new system. They get all geeked about this new financial system, saying that that it's a more equal system. It's gonna get everybody an opportunity to be financially included. So now it's financially inclusive. It's fucking bullshit.
Lies.
While the super elite get to run and globetrot the world without in public now, you know it's gonna be them in public. You know, without hiding, no more hiding it. A truly satanic system built on their number 666, because Esau loves that number. You know.
Yep.
Keep reading. What is that? You had something else?
Oh, yeah. You want it? Job 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot cross.
Yeah, so he can't.
Stop the streaming?
No.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah. Okay. Job 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
That's right, man. And the Lord has an appointed time to end
Yep.
Esau's rulership, man. And although in their eyes and in the eyes of the heathens, it looks like this is gonna be fulfilled, you know, that system the brother was going into, which is that beast system.
Yep.
You know, the Lord is gonna cut it short, man.
Yep.
Because he set a bound for the heathens, and especially for Esau, because he's the end of
Yep.
this, you know, of the era of the heathens.
That's right.
He set a boundary for him to, you know, to get only up to that point, man.
That's right.
And it's gonna come to an end soon. This is why, you know, we were mentioning that the spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy, man. The Lord told us, you know, about the signs of the end of what? Of the rulership of the heathens, man. And this is why we're so eagerly seeking after those prophecies, man. These Christians and Jake in general, the 2/3 of Jake, man, they don't like to listen or hear about the prophecies. Why? Because they're so, you know, they're so I would say they're so in love, they're so rooted in this world, man, that they don't want it to end. Even though it's wicked, even though they see the corruption and all the, you know, the wickedness going on in the world, man, they rather be in this world than you know, give up the weights of their wickedness, man. And that's why the Lord is gonna destroy the 2/3 of our people right along with Esau, man. Because you're accepting the wickedness, man. You're accepting, you know, to be a servant unto Esau, Edom, and unto wickedness, man.
Yeah.
You see?
Right.
And like we're going to, there's gonna be a time where the Lord is gonna cut all that they call progress. We're making progress into the future Esau. You know, but at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna cut that short, man.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna fulfill it like that precept that says when he's about to fill his belly.
Hey, find it.
I'll get it real quick.
Read what you got again.
Oh, this was Psalm chapter 2 and verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai.
And that's what they're doing. This whole system is anti-Yahweh B'Shem Shai.
Yep.
It's an anti-Hamashiach system.
Yep.
All right?
That's right.
The whole system is set up against the Lord. One, it ain't righteous. Two, they're secretly trying to destroy the Lord's people or permanently enslave them, worse than they did with chattel slavery. Okay? And they're trying to X out the Most High and make themselves the Most High. Okay?
And it also says the end of that. Against the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai, and against his anointed.
Yeah, which is his people.
Which is his people. Saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens.
And these laws are chains unto them. In the NLT it says, let us break their chains, they cry. Because these laws, they're chains unto them. Because they can't do what they want to do.
That's right.
When King David and all the righteous kings were over them, they hated that. They hated it. They couldn't stand it.
That's right.
You know? So they believe that this new system is going to break that up. And what it is taking out is taking the Lord, is Xing out the Most High completely, his people completely, and they trying to establish their permanent a permanent rulership, really under Esau, and then and the nations is with it. They don't care. As long as they get preferential treatment like they've been getting, they don't care. They don't even care about their own people. These people, these world leaders, they run and operate. I was watching a documentary about the Rothschilds in France who set up the current but now we're talking about the current Macron. This nigga, he was set up. He used to work for the Rothschild Bank. How does a dude that worked for a bank all of a sudden now become a world diplomat? But then they showed I forget the Rothschild's name that's in France that run that shit. They call him the Kingmaker. But it's the Most High that ruleth in the kingdom of men.
That's right.
And he set up who if he wanted to set up even the bases of men. Daniel 4:17. But so Esau ain't no fucking kingmaker. But that's what they call this man. And he set up all these rulers from Putin to what's that nigga name in Korea? Kim Jong-un, whatever the nigga name is.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Big Un.
Little
that
Un.
nigga, little Un. This nigga.
That motherfucker about the size of the sun.
Yeah, he set up.
Right.
He set up. This dude, Joe Biden, Trump, all of them, all these rulers, they set themselves, man.
Yeah.
Who's reading?
Yeah.
No, get Job.
Okay. This is the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 22. Well, verse 23. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
We start at 4.
At 4?
Job 20 and 4. Oh yeah.
This is Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short?
And who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. His rulership is always short. He's not going to have an eternal rulership. You know? Go ahead.
Oh, and the joy of the hypocrite before a moment.
And if anybody's a hypocrite on this earth, it's Esau, Edom.
That's right.
Starting with Amalek, starting with the Rothschilds. They're a bunch of actors. They act in a role. They acting like they're the Lord's people, but they're not really doing the things that the Lord's people are supposed to do. They claiming to be Jews. They've been riding that horse for forever. Now all of us, but they're not the Lord's people. The joy of the hypocrite is what? But for a moment. Keep reading.
Verse 5, verse 6, it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Yep.
They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Yep.
He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
When this man taken down, his place is not going to be behold no more. He's not going to be seen no more. He's not going to be on the world stage no more. He's not going to be able to hide amongst the nations and just be a no people like he did the first time. Nah, nigga, you're going to be putting up hardcore slavery under the children of Israel, the sons of Israel. We're not going to use that word children no more. No, the sons of Israel.
That's right.
All right? And then after 1,000 long years of that, you're going to be eviscerated off the planet Earth. And who's going to do it? We are, the Israelites, both northern and the southern kingdom, under the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to be under that power. He's going to give us that authority to take you out, to I forget the word they use when you totally genocide somebody out, take them off the earth,
Extinguish.
Yeah, extinguish you off the earth, man. Because you don't got no more purpose. You ain't gonna be the Lord's whipping stick no more. That's our role. Okay, you ain't gonna be the Lord's sword no more. That's our role.
That's right.
You're gonna be able to rule over the earth no more. That's gonna be our role, man. You done. You done served your purpose. Yeah, something.
I was gonna say obliterate.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Read it.
Obliterate. It says destroy utterly, wipe out.
That's what we're gonna do. That's what you was trying to do to us, but you were doing it secretly. We're gonna do this shit openly.
Wow.
Right.
And it ain't gonna take us no time at all, man. We ain't gonna be for years and years. No, we're gonna burn you the fuck up. And the only thing that's gonna be left of you is gonna be ashes.
That's right.
That's it. That's all that's gonna be left. You wanted to do it to us, but you didn't have the power. we gonna have the power.
That's right.
And we ain't gonna have to use no machines, no mechanism. The Lord gonna give us that spiritual powers. We already gonna have it in. We're gonna all of us, these men, all these men that you see standing in front of you right now, we're gonna be like Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We're gonna be gods, man. Many most highs on the earth.
Yep.
Without destroying the earth. And that power not gonna dissipate. It ain't gonna get weak. We ain't gonna have no more kryptonite. Sin ain't gonna be able to penetrate our minds. Fuck you.
That's right.
We're gonna break you off, man. And that's what you scared of. That's why you always try to destroy the men. That's why I said no more saying children. The sons, the ones you try to destroy. You elevated our women above us. You gave them privileges and rights that you don't even give us.
That's right.
You know, you gave them preferential treatment that you won't even give us. You know, we're gonna fuck you up, man. And that's what you're afraid of. So now you're just saying, fuck it, we just gonna we shoot as many of them up with the juice, then we're gonna throw this chip on them. And they're gonna be totally in our control, but you're just a man, you're not no God. And the scriptures tell you that. It says what? Are you gonna say you the most God in the sight of him that fuck you up? Oh man.
That's right.
That's right. Verse 9, it says that I also which saw him shall see him no more.
Yeah, so that's the jakes that died in your fucking hands. It's gonna get to a point where you're gonna be done. You're not gonna be no more seen on the earth. What is in the NLT?
It says those who once saw them will see them no more.
Yeah, and we all once saw you, so we ain't gonna see you no more after the Lord allow us to take you out of the earth, man.
Well,
That's right. It says neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Yeah, man, and that's what that's what your children gonna do. All them goods is everything you stole from us. You have to restore that back. What is in the NLT?
It says their children will beg from the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches.
And they're gonna beg. Who is the poor? We are. We're the meek. We're the lowly right now. But in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be on top.
That's right.
And your children gonna beg. They're gonna beg for us. They're gonna beg us to do something for them. We ain't gonna do shit for you.
That's right.
You can beg, but you're not gonna receive nothing. Same thing that happened with our people. We entreat you, and you give us nothing. You look down. You frown on the poor. The poor is in the Edomites' eyes. We're evil unto them, man.
yeah.
According to them, we shouldn't even live. We shouldn't even be here.
That's right.
But if you got no poor, then you got no rich. How you gonna differentiate wealthy if there's no poor here? Even the poor, your own people you destroy, man. There's a beautiful precept in the Apocrypha that speaks about how the rich man looks at the poor. You read it,
Verse 12. So like in verse 11, it says his bones are full of the sin of his youth.
So since he been in power, since he been read it again, bro.
It says his bones are full of his sins are full of the sins of his youth.
Yes, what it said in NLT?
Though they are young, their bones will lie in the dust.
Yeah, that's gonna happen too. Yeah, but they're younger than us anyway. But their sins, they've been with them ever since they was young.
All right.
Their bones is full of their sins and their iniquities. The violence that they perpetrated against us, man, against the earth. Come on, bro.
I think I got that
Says-
one you wanted
What does it say?
in the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus 13:23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah, that's good, but that's not it.
That's not the one?
No. The water though. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. Because I saw it in a GNT.
Oh, okay.
Which one?
Maybe I'll look it up in the GNT.
Hold on. Keep speaking.
It says his bones are full of the sin of their youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Right? That's right, man. And the Lord's gonna get rid of especially Esau Edom, man. You know, all the iniquity he has committed upon the earth, through all centuries, man. All that stuff is gonna be brought back to what? For judgment. And those first 1,000 years of the kingdom, man, is gonna be for what? To pay for the Lord to revenge himself upon you Edomites through the hands of Israel, man. For all the iniquity you have done. So that's why the scriptures say that, he's gonna perish like his own done, because you're a king and you're gonna become a less than a servant, or nothing, man. You're gonna be beneath all the heathens to then what? After those 1,000 years, be completely annihilated.
This is a good one. This is Sirach chapter 13 in the GNT. It says, if a rich person wrongs someone, he can afford to add insult to injury. But if a poor person is wronged, he is forced to apologize for himself. And that's what Esau do, man. He can afford to add insult to injury. And everything that this devil has done to us is insult on every injury, man. That's why it says in Sirach, 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, therefore the kingdom is translated from one people to the next, man. Okay? It says a rich person will use a rich person will use you as long as you can afford. Let me read it again. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. And that's what Esau do. Look at all these different industries. Look at the music industry, Salaki. Look at the music industry. All of them. If Esau can't use you to push his agenda no more, you're gonna die broke. They're gonna defame you first. They're gonna take all your wealth, and then they're gonna kill you. And then your shit gonna be in litigation and probate forever. So when your family try to get a little bit of it, they get nothing from it, man. Right. Same thing happened with Aretha Franklin's sons. They were arguing over her money. Prince's relatives, they were arguing over his money. He didn't fuck with them people while they were alive, man. While he was alive, man. And then they were arguing over his money. And they sold all his rights in publishing to the white man. They don't understand the music industry. All they understand is $1. Or we'll give you 30 million. Mind you, his nigga catalog worth billions, man. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas, they know that the nigga gonna burn through that money anyway. And they don't care about them residual effect, and then they're gonna have to pay taxes on that shit because it's a state tax. It says a rich person will use you as long as you. And this is the book of Sirach, chapter 13. For all you brothers that's familiar with that scripture, we're reading out of the GNT, the Good News Translation. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. Look at Red Fox. The tax man, they were so raw with it. This nigga had gold jewelry on his fingers in his casket. They came to his funeral and took that shit off his fucking dead body. Because he owed taxes. While he was alive, it was all good. You know? Wow. A rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. He will live with you as long as you have anything and will gladly drain you dry. And that's what you see all these people, these so-called music industry people. You think that they're all wealthy and rich and shit. They broke on a higher level, that's all. They live in check to check. And that dude, that faggot, Billy, I forget his name, the black dude, he's an actor. He said that every actor is 3 months away from poverty, from homelessness. 3 months, shit. But we 1 month. He said unless you one of them actors that got that fuck you money, you're poor, and they poor too. That's why Denzel Washington got to keep doing all these fucking movies. He not doing that shit because he just love acting. He might have the ability to choose a role, but that nigga need to keep it coming in. You know what I'm saying? Them writer strike fucked him up. He gotta get this money back. He might be supposedly worth $300 and $400 million, but he ain't got that shit in cash. You know, he got to suck all the dick. He got to he got to get fucked in the ass. He got to commit pedophilia. He got to commit Satanism at a high level.
I don't know who was talking about the acting industry and shit, and they were saying how, let's say Denzel, right? You know, his name in the movie is, I don't know, Tony, whatever.
Oh, that was Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard's a DJ.
Yeah, I was like, damn, he's just fucking crazy wicked. So pretty much the production company that makes the movie, they have the rights to all the characters in the movie. So they only pay, you know, these actors a certain amount of money for what they did, for, you know, acting. But, you know, if they play the movie over and over and resell it, and all that profit never goes to them, man.
Yeah, because so basically the publishing that even though Terrence Howard didn't write the music, the niggas from 36 Mafia wrote it, he performed it. So he's supposed to get residual income for that. That shit went platinum.
Hell yeah, bro.
The soundtrack went platinum. And when you play the soundtrack, it's him rapping. On the track. But instead of him getting it, he claims that, you know, whatever company that made the movie, they wrote in the thing, they say that it was made by DJ. And they own the rights to the character DJ.
Yeah.
So Terrence Howard, they didn't say song performed by Terrence Howard who played DJ.
Yeah.
So then the nigga got to take him to court. He ain't even win that shit.
Hell
His
no.
money ain't longer than them fucking them J's money, man. You know, and what they do, make a movie that disparages and degrades you so-called Negroes and Negro men and Negro women and poor white trash.
Right.
They made the nigga a pimp. And then what happened with him? Did he get a record deal at the end of that shit? No, the nigga went to jail and blew up off a mixtape. But he couldn't get it because he was locked the fuck up for murder.
Yeah.
I think it was murder or robbery or some shit.
Yeah, he was on Instagram. I've watched the video more than once, saying that the reason why he got blackballed was because they had a scene where they wanted him to smack the actress for calling him a bitch. He didn't want to smack her because he said it goes against his morals or whatever.
Yeah, but this is the same nigga that was butt naked in a fucking movie with his dick
You know
out.
what I'm saying?
So how much more?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother.
No, you got. He said that's why he didn't get all the money that he was supposed to, because he didn't want to smack her and throw her down the stairs. So they told him,
toss that bitch head first.
they told him, how about if we let the stuntman smack her and throw her down the stairs? And he said he didn't want that type of character on his resume.
That's a lot, but you played a pimp, my nigga.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You played a broke pimp, selling a broke pimp / drug dealer.
Nigga, please.
Nigga, please. Now all of a sudden you got some fucking moral high ground. You want some moral high horse, nigga? Listen, man, if you in any of those industries, whether you acting or entertaining as a musician, you're a low-level piece of shit, yo.
Yeah, that's
And
like,
you'll do anything it takes to stay hot.
Yeah.
That's why now your music can be complete garbage. But somehow, some way, you going triple platinum. You got millions of dollars. You got all this cash. Like that bitch, Sexy Red. She remind me. You ever see Gremlins 2?
Oh, she's ugly.
Look at that. Look up the female
Yeah, she's
Gremlin.
ugly,
Just type in female Gremlin from Gremlins movie. I'm telling you, she look just like Sexy Red. Look just like this bitch, bro.
As we used to say back in the day, she put the
Yeah,
ugly.
yeah. Show the camera.
Yo.
They got my name. What's her name?
That bitch is through.
That look like Sexy Red. And that's the bitch now that they use to tell these bitches it's cool to be a hoe.
Yeah.
To get pregnant, have a bunch of baby daddies. You could be pregnant and bust it open.
Oh, man.
I remember years ago when I was in the world, I was in a club and I saw a pregnant bitch. I was like, what the fuck she doing up in here, yo? It just looked disgusting.
Hell yeah, bro.
Pregnant bitches in the club ain't cute.
Sure ain't.
And ain't only a sick person wants to fuck a bitch that's pregnant. This bitch is like 9 months, 6 months pregnant, belly popping out.
In the club.
In the club shaking her funky
Your
ass,
ass
man, with
home,
the another nigga baby in there. He don't give a fuck cause he ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how that bitch look, man. She look like the female Gremlin, and her rap sucks. She can't rap. She all off beat. Her tracks are trash, but you got little kids now singing that shit. I saw a video, a portion of a video. I couldn't even watch it all. These 3 little girls, man, with wigs on their head, talking about something. I'm Nicki Minaj, and who you? I'm Sexy Red. You see through?
Yeah.
Fucking completely through, man.
Kanye West not too long ago. Remember, was it him who was putting out videos saying his Kim, whatever name,
Yeah,
was
daughter.
was letting his daughter watch videos of that other chick, not
Ice
Sexy.
Spice.
Ice Spice. Yeah.
And then she dressed up as Ice Spice
Yeah.
and was dancing on a video
yeah.
like
yeah.
her. She had the
That's
wig, the
Yeah.
chain on,
Yeah.
and skimpy clothes on.
Yeah.
And Ice Spice can't rap either. All she could do is turn around and show her funky light ass, man. That's all. And then everybody get all excited. Oh, she busting it open. Her ass ain't even that fat. There's bitches on the earth with a way natural fat ass than her. Go to Colombia. You know?
Facts. Yep.
Who was reading?
You had something? I was holding Job 20.
No, I was holding Ecclesiastes 13.
Oh, that's what I was reading.
But the brother was going into it. Yeah.
I was reading. So let me go back to that. This back in the Ecclesiasticus Sirach.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach.
Ecclesiasticus in Sirach, chapter 13, in the GNT.
Yeah.
Verse 4, a rich person will use you as long as he can profit from it. But when you need him, he will leave you helpless. He will live with you as long as you have anything and will gladly drain you dry. If he needs you, he will trick you with his smiles and cheerful, kindly words. And then you see that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, man, what you need, buddy? Oh, anything you want. You be asking yourself, how the fuck these little niggas, they ain't even got an album out yet. How the fuck they got hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy $100,000 chains and got all this money walking around with money like this in their hand? Like, man, because if you're doing that, that means your bank account must really be fat. And it is. They give them $2 and $3 million. Anyway, he will feed you until you are, I'm sorry. Yeah, verse 7. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. And you see that. You see that, how they get embarrassed, show them butt naked, doing some dumb shit, cheating on it, so-called cheating on their wife, like that video that happened with Kevin Hart, which that really was a, what they call it, a something ritual, a humiliation ritual, a humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
That's all that shit was. He will feed you until you are embarrassed. Finally, when he has drained you 2 or 3 times over, he will laugh at you. If you see him later, he will pretend he doesn't know you. That shit happen all the time. Hey, that shit happen all the time. That nigga Tommy Davidson was saying that shit about Jennifer Lopez, man. He said he seen the bitch. He's like, man, I knew you from. Even Jamie Foxx made a joke about it because it happened to him too. He said when she saw him, she gave him the beatbox and shit. You know, here it is. This bitch is a terrible singer. She can't sing. She can barely dance. She is Israelite, but she just don't have no skills beyond being what you call that shit? When they keep putting you in the same type role, stereotypical role. You know, the Puerto Rican slut, the maid. She got a movie called The Maid.
Yeah, I saw that one.
A Puerto Rican, a Mexican, a Latino, or Puerto Rican slut who
fucked her way into fame.
And she got to keep fucking the same niggas over and over again.
Or the abused wife.
Yeah,
Played that more than a few times.
yeah.
Yep.
She's played stereotypical roles, man.
Yeah.
So it says if you see him later, he will pretend he doesn't know you and will pass you by like I don't know who the fuck you are and keep it rolling.
Yep.
And that's the same. Ask any entertainer. I don't give a fuck if you playing basketball, foosball, or rapping, R&B, singing and shit. You know what I'm saying? If he can't use you, if you can't influence millions of people, billions of people, he don't want you.
Right.
And they all on their way out, man. That's why that bitch Beyonce had to do that concert. And now Rihanna's on a comeback tour. Bitch, you supposedly worth $1 billion. Of all the rapper bitches, I don't even know how you did that. You must have really did some super satanic. Well, she said she's a Satanist. She said that openly. She said that she's a Satanist.
Yeah.
You know, she nothing below or above her.
Yep.
But wait till they fall off, man. And they're gonna be like, I don't even know you. Yeah. That's why Kanye West had to do all that crazy shit that he did last year. They took half that nigga wealth. Now this nigga's in France with his ass out getting his dick sucked. For the world to see, yeah, real talk. This video's on it.
He threw, man.
Yeah, he finished, man.
Yeah.
Walking around bare feet.
With his head covered, his face covered. And
looking
shit.
like a fucking a gimp. He was on the Alex Jones show dressed like a gimp.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Niggas through, man. I'm supposed to listen to this nigga? But you niggas will keep buying his albums because he don't have no, he sacrificed his own mom. A nigga that kill his mother, you know he ain't shit, bro. What more do you expect from a nigga that get his mom killed so he can have fame?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z killed his own nephew so he could have fame.
Because really, that 15 minutes of fame was short-lived.
It was 15 minutes. That's short
15
time.
minutes. That was a short time, but they wanted to keep it going.
Yep. So they got to do something.
So they got to do something.
Kill them babies. Kill suck some dick. Drink some blood and semen.
Yep. All of the above.
And even more than that, pedophile. Go to these places. They got to open these portals for demons to jump on them. You look at Beyonce. That bitch ain't happy. This bitch had to sell her kids. She's selling her kids. She's slinging her kids like hotcakes, especially that Blue Ivy.
Especially
Little bitch,
yeah.
she's all on the fucking screen. Like, I ain't put my child on no motherfucking TV. I cussed my woman's mom out for putting my kids on the internet. The fuck?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You know?
Because them devils up there, they'll take that image of your child or video or whatever, and they'll put, you know, the whammy on it.
Yeah, and then they'll be slinging around like that movie that didn't get no real airplay, but it was a good movie. I could barely watch it all. The one where about the sex trafficking for the children.
Oh
Yeah, I forget the name of that shit. I forget the name of that movie. But the dude that played, his name is James Cavill. He played Jesus.
Oh yeah, I remember
That
him.
dude.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the movie.
Yeah, he was.
But yeah, but they told you that and they just swept it under the rug. See, they got to tell you what they doing. They can't keep doing this shit covertly. They got to put it out there. And they don't care how they do it. They just put it out there.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't have no respect. Go ahead, read, bro.
This is back in Job 20 and verse I'll start at verse 12. It says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, and it is the gall of asp within him.
Oh, Salakia, let me go back to this. Ecclesiastes 13 in a Good News Translation. It says right here, just as it says, every creature, verse 15. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach in the Apocrypha 13, verse 15 in the Good News Translation. Every creature prefers his own kind, and people are no different. And that's why there's no reason. I mean, it's not a problem with prejudice. If you're a person that just like to be surrounded by your own people, ain't nothing wrong with that. But in this world, they make it a problem. Segregation wasn't nothing wrong with it, except that you Edomites were making Jakes be in abject poverty so they won't stick together and get good things together. So you were separate but equal, but it was never equal. It was separate and unequal. You know? You had Jake thinking that white fountains taste better than black fountains, colored fountains. You know? It was the same fucked up water.
Yeah.
You know? Just as animals of the same, every creature prefers his own kind, and people are no different. Just as animals of the same species flock together, so people keep company with people like themselves. So there's nothing wrong if you see, like, high school is a good microcosm of this.
Yep,
you'll see black kids with each other, then you'll see Latino kids with each other, then you'll see Asian kids with each other, then you'll see the white kids with each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit.
I don't know.
Even cliques. You have cliques within that. So you have kids that are popular, they hang out with popular kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had the cheerleaders hang out with cheerleaders. That's what they used to, because that's how it is. People, you don't see a cheetah hanging out with lions, man. That shit is they do that shit in captivity. But they don't do that shit in the wild. You don't see a baboon hanging out with a gorilla. They two different species of animal. They might come from the ape line, but they're different. Ain't nothing. So again, the same way with people, right?
That's right.
Just as animals of the same species flock together, so people keep company with people like themselves. That's why even in the spirit world, it's the same way. The heathens, they're on the left side. They don't hang out with the Israelites on the right side. I remember this little Edomite, I guess his name was Timmy or something. He died. This nigga died, supposedly. And he went to heaven, but God, he said Jesus was black. He said Jesus was a nigger. And he said that the white people were the entertainment for the black people in the spirit world. And he said, but they don't hang out with each other. They don't, like, you read that in Luke, in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man.
Right. That's right.
That big gulf is separated between them. He can't pass. So that's order. But see, here in America, they want that universal mindset with Catholicism, that universal religion. That universal meaning for everybody, but it's really not universal, because the super elite, they practice Catholicism on a way different level than the people on a lower level do. Them Catholics in them churches on a high level, even in the low levels, they practice pedophilia, ritualistic pedophilia, ritualistic murdering, ritualistic pederasty. Y'all people just go to church and you play with the bees and give yourself 7 Hail Marys. You don't know no better. Okay?
Now people go to church and act like fools.
Yep.
Dancing and shit.
Esau go to church and sit his ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
Yep.
because they different. Two nations are in thy womb. Two manner of people
That's right.
shall be separated from thy bowels, man. And one shall be stronger than the other. One is weak, Esau. One is strong, Jacob.
That's it.
Verse 16. Verse 15 again. Every creature prefers his own kind, and people are no different.
Yeah, kind of. Esau in his kingdom, man, he wants to, force everybody to integrate one with another, man. If not, you're a racist, you're
Yeah.
a bigot and shit.
And that's fucked up because who was the first racist and bigot? Esau, Edom.
Yeah.
Now you because you can control the narrative, you just put that label on anybody that just don't like certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't normally straight people won't hang out with crooked people. You know what I'm saying about crooked people?
Yeah.
That's not a thing. Like none of us hang out with those type of people. We know them. We got to work with them in our jobs, but in our private life, you don't see us hanging out with these people, man.
Oh no.
That's confusion. Likewise, with the nations joining hand in hand with each other, get that scripture. Though hand in hand joining together. When nations join hand in hand together, that's confusion. Even out here, you don't see us. We don't hang out with these people,
Moabites.
these Moabites and Ammonites. We don't, unless they are Israelite with the Moabite, who's an Israelite with Israelite flavor. But they don't even hang out with us, man.
Yeah.
And it ain't nothing against them. We don't have nothing in common. We don't eat the same foods. We don't live in the same communities. Okay, we don't wear the same clothes. We don't wear the clothes. Our clothes are alike. Our conversation is not the same. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So just while in the kingdom of heaven it's gonna be like that, strict. It's gonna be strict. Hey, them heathen. The only people on the earth that's gonna be allowed to have interracial relationships are the kings of Israel. These other nations, they're not gonna be allowed to. You ain't gonna see no Moabite with an Israelite woman in our kingdom.
Hell no.
You ain't gonna see no Edomite with an Israelite woman in our kingdom. You're gonna see a Japhite with a Hamite woman in our kingdom. Hell no. Hell no. That's confusion. Now you don't know who is who. The little nigga grow up. You don't know if the nigga, we got the spirit on us, but somebody that's simple. The little nigga grow up. I don't know if I'm killing a Hamite or an Edomite. Who the fuck? What's going on?
Just like now. That's what's happening now,
Yep. The land of confusion. Bring it up, bro.
Proverbs 11 verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
Right. So just because y'all join together, that's not gonna make you escape from punishment. And that's why Esau mixed himself amongst the nations, including our nation, to hide from his punishment.
Yeah.
But you can join hand all you want. You're not gonna protect Esau from his punishment, nor the other nations.
That's right. Because his punishment comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And
right.
he sees everything.
That's right.
Pretty simple.
Back in Sirach, chapter 13, in the GNT, verse 15, every creature prefers his own kind, and people are no different. Just as animals of the same species flock together, so people keep company with people like themselves. A sinner has no more in common with a devout person than a wolf has with the lamb. That's why we don't hang around sinning ass niggas.
That's right.
Even though we all sin and fall short, we don't hang around those type of people. I don't hang around people in the world. We don't hang around 2/3.
Can't do it.
We gotta work with them. We gotta talk with them, and be polite with them when we working with them and shit. But in our private life, we don't fuck with them people.
Nope.
We talk to one another on the phone. I was talking to this brother like 2 days today.
Yeah.
This week. We don't do it all the time, but we had good conversation,
Yeah.
spiritual conversation.
That's
You
right.
can't talk to no nigga in the world like that. Like what? I don't talk to my people, my family like that.
They don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it. I talked to this. I had a conversation with this brother. Me and this brother was talking on the phone. Likewise,
Yeah.
we hang around each other, man. We deal with each other. Outside of that, we don't deal with sinners, man.
Nope.
People who are just giving into their own sins. They sins and shit.
Yeah. I remember when I first was called into this truth, I was working a job with a Jake. And cause you know how when you first get that spirit, you want to share it.
Yeah.
You think
yeah,
you're
that's
supposed
that
to.
zeal.
That's that zeal.
That's it. I did the same thing, brother.
I used to come to work. It happened like twice. After the second time, I got it. Don't say nothing to this nigga. He was a real nigga too.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga said, "Man, I don't want to hear nothing about that Bible. Stop talking to me about that shit."
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped.
Yeah.
And this nigga, I thought I was gonna have to hit this fool,
Yeah.
cause he was a
Sound
damn.
kinda, Nigga sound hostile.
He was hostile.
I'm trying to tell you, nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck you, nigga. I
I was
won't.
like, man, you know you're an Israelite. He was like, man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yep. It ain't for everybody.
It wasn't.
You learn
for
that it
us.
ain't for everybody.
That's right.
Hey, this scripture
That's what
says
I
what
learned.
communion
Yep.
has light with darkness.
That's right. That's right. Can
None.
two walk together
Unless
except
they be agreed. And we not agreeing with these people, so we only walk with each other.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's so much more peaceful that way.
Yeah.
You can just be separate.
Yeah.
You know.
Back in Sirach 13 in the GNT, verse 17, a sinner has no more in common with a devout person than a wolf has with the lamb. Rich people, this is the point I was looking for. Rich people have no more in common with poor people than hyenas have with dogs. So mind you, a hyena is a canine breed, but they don't have anything in common with each other.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, slack.
They're completely different.
They're completely different. Says the rich hunt down the poor just as lions hunt down wild donkeys in the open country. So the rich look at poor people as food. And that's why these Amalekites, they don't look at us as people. They call us goy, but they don't even look at us that. When they talk about goy, they're talking about the poor of their people. They don't look at us as goy. They just look at us as nothing. We don't even exist to them. It's like a fly and a fly swatter. They're the swatter and we're the fly. Pop, whatever.
And like that's why that precept says, "Those who prey upon you will give for a prey," because that's what these heathens, chiefly Esau, has been doing, man. Just preying upon, the people of the Lord, destroying them.
Yep. So back in the precept, it says the rich hunt down the poor, just as lions hunt down wild donkeys in a wild open country. Arrogant people have nothing but scorn for the humble, and the rich think of the poor in the same way. You see? So that people be trying to get rich people to see, poor people be trying to get rich people to see their plight. Oh, just, if you could just, people like Mark Zuckerberg, he worth hundreds of millions. Oh, Elon Musk, he worth hundreds of billions of dollars. He can give everybody in the world $1 and still be rich. He don't want to do that shit.
He don't do that shit.
First of all, his money not liquid. That's something you gotta understand. The only ones that have liquid money on the earth is the Rothschilds and their families, the super elite families. These other people, they're paper rich, meaning that they're rich on paper, but not in the Rothschild worth trillions of dollars. They could literally give every person on the earth $1 million. First of all, it wouldn't be worth $1 million anymore because too many people got it. But let's say they did, they could do that and they could still be super ultra rich. But they don't want to do that because they don't look at you as the same species. Rich people, arrogant people look at poor people like nothing, like you don't exist. You got arms, hands, a heart to beat. You got skin. You look like us, but you're not us.
Exactly. And that you're being nice about it.
Yeah.
You have to actually care
Yeah.
about people in order to make that type of donation or whatever.
Yeah, and they don't care about nobody
don't
but
care about
themselves.
nobody
They only
but
care about
themselves.
their families and
That's
their ilk.
That's right.
And you got people that ain't even super elite like that, but they come from elite families. They think the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And guess who else thinks that way? The Most High.
That's right.
He don't look at these and get that in you can drop Joe. Get Isaiah. What is it? I always get it mixed up. I think it's 40 and 17. It might be 45 and 17. Or 40. Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah 40 and 17. It says, "All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity."
Yep. So the Most High look at these nations as nothing, not just nothing, less than nothing, and vanity.
That's right.
So vanity is something that's just not. You don't rate that. It's nothing.
Nothing.
That's a vain thought. It's not real. That's how the Most High look at you nations, man. Starting with Esau, Edom, you're nothing.
Right. I got another one.
Bring it out.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 56. As for the other people which also come of Adam.
Right, we all come out of Adam. We all come out of the sons of Noah,
Yes.
right? But guess what? We not on the same level.
That's right.
He read it.
Thou hast said, that they are nothing,
Nothing.
but be like unto spittle,
And how did Edras get that? Because it's written already in Isaiah. Go ahead.
and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So we're that vessel. We're the greater waters in that vessel. A drop is considered the heathen. When you drop water out of a vessel, you don't be like, damn, I gotta go back and get that. Or if you spit, you don't be like, man, let me pick that up.
That's right.
If it gets on you or anything that's around you, you're gonna wipe it off, clean it off, or get away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like if somebody spit in your face, you ready to kill them. Well, that's what the heathen are to the Most High, and to His Son, and to us.
Yeah.
You're nothing. We're gonna deal with you righteously, but you're still nothing. You're less than nothing. If I was to call you something, if I was to call you nothing, I would be giving you value.
Yep.
So I have to say you're less than nothing.
Less than nothing.
You're not rated in the eyes of the Most High. You heathen nations, y'all got it backwards. Y'all think that we were set here to serve you. Not so. You heathen nations were set on this earth to serve us. The earth was created for our sake. It wasn't created for you. We need servants. We ain't supposed to be working. Our people, our people get a thrill out of going to work every fucking day.
I hate it.
Getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. You got money in your pockets and you think, hey, I earn my life. That's what I got to do. What it say in the Bible, we're about to sweat at our brow, but you don't understand that. That's a curse. That was a curse given to Adam for going off.
Yeah.
It's a curse for the Israelites to work. We ain't supposed to work. We all of us supposed to be the spirit of King Joffrey Joe from coming to America. If our children work, my daughter works, my son works. What?
Yep.
And he was ready to fuck some shit up, man. They made it into a comedy, but that shit should have been a thriller. Soon as he found out he was working, he should have burnt down McDowell's to the ground, chastised his son severely, and his servant he should have put to death for allowing him to come to such a pass. Like he told Simi, he threw him up on the window, up on the door, picked him off his feet. How did you let him come to such a pass? You were supposed to be watching. He said, your only job was to watch over my son. That was your only job. But he let his son, who wasn't even a king yet, he was still a prince, he let us usurp his authority.
Yeah.
He was given authority over Hakim's head. He come up here, it wasn't that he was worried about the money. It's like, wait a minute, bro. I sent y'all here for 30 days to fuck on bitches, bro. To sow your royal oats. That's what he did.
Yeah.
How the fuck you fuck up all this money
And working.
and you working at McDonald's, nigga?
No, McDougal's.
McDowell's. Now you working at McDonald's, nigga? A fictional restaurant based on a shitty ass restaurant?
Oh,
How
man.
must have? Hey, even in this society, you know that you work at McDonald's. That's a low level job, unless you one of these heathens. They love them Filipino bitches. They be all up in the fucking
they
McDonald's,
love that.
old as shit. Can't wait to be the manager.
Yeah.
They live in the American dream.
They love
But
it.
King Joffrey Joe's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like us in the kingdom. Our kids want to play poor. That's what they doing. But they not gonna do that shit. But they want to play poor and go hang out with the heathens. The fuck you doing over there?
Get your ass in the house.
Get your fucking ass. You yank him up by his cloak,
Yeah.
man. The fuck, nigga?
Yeah.
Fucking, not get your ass in the house. You get him by his cloak.
Oh no.
Throw that nigga in the house, man.
Mental telepathy. Just make his ass
Yeah, what?
disappear.
Yeah. You take him by his cloak. What the fuck is you doing? You don't do this shit.
Throw him over your
Wow,
shoulder.
man. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, you got to chastise a little bit for acting crazy. You don't do
I
that.
think that shit every time I get to work. What the fuck?
Yeah, why the
am I
fuck?
doing
I hate
here?
this fucking shit. I hate this life, man. You gotta beg for a day off. Your boss still texts you. The nigga, my boss is texting me while I'm at camp. Like, what the fuck,
That was
bro?
my boss.
Yeah, there's no respect.
That was my boss.
No fucking respect, bro.
And it's 2 days in a row.
That, exactly.
Last night it was the same thing. I'm at Walmart. He called me. Can you work tonight?
No,
No.
I'm not working tonight. I'm in my day off.
Can you work tonight?
No,
And a day off ain't even a fucking day
it's
off.
never a day off, bro. You worried about going to work the next day.
Yeah.
Stressed out, fucked up,
Sometimes I do more on the supposed day off than I do when I'm
on a
at
day
work.
on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The way it don't make so it's like,
Do
damn,
that.
damn if you, damn if you don't.
But the scriptures tell us this is not our place of rest.
That's right, brother. Micah 2 and 10.
This is where we practice the righteous acts. Judges 5:11, I think it is.
Yep, Baruch 3.
Yeah.
Or is it Baruch 2? I think
So
it's 3. We are yet this day in our captivity.
We ain't here to win.
We're just here to suffer, man.
Just here to suffer.
It's just suffering, bro.
Yeah.
For we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Yeah.
That's right, brother.
Micah 7:9, we must bear the indignation of the Lord because we have sinned against him.
I sinned against him.
So
until he plead my cause.
Until he get us
Can't
out of
forget
here.
that. He gonna get us up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Back in his precept, it says in Sirach 13 in the GNT, Good New Translation, verse 20, arrogant people have nothing but scorn for the humble, and the rich think of the poor in the same way. When a rich person stumbles, his friends will steady him. But if a poor person falls, his friends will have nothing to do with them. And you see that. So like even these wealthy rappers, what's this dude? Teddy Pendergrass had a song called "Where Are My Friends?" Well, it's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Like where?
I thought you was gonna say Harold Melvin and the Hell Notes.
In the Blue Notes, they had a song called "Where Are My Friends," man.
Yeah.
And in the song, he said, "When I'm good, my friends are with me. But when I ain't got nothing, ain't nobody there to be found."
Facts.
And it be the same way with these industry people. They got all these people, jockeying for them, being with them and stuff. But as soon as they fall off, ain't nobody there. No more cameras clicking. No more publicists calling. No more industry friends hitting them up. Because these people came from poverty. They don't want to be associated with poverty. That's how you see these niggas got money. All these niggas forget that they were in poverty. There's a scripture. You got something? You holding something? There's a scripture where it says, in a time of affliction, there's no remembrance of prosperity. Because niggas forget they was poor. Like Jay-Z, everybody bigging this nigga up for being a so-called billionaire. He's worth about $2-3 billion right now. He forgot that the nigga you were poor, nigga. You were eating free lunches in Marcy Project, nigga.
Yeah.
You were dirty. You was living in rats, roaches. You was living in a fucking 10x5 square box, nigga. You forgot that? Now that you got all this money, nigga? Go ahead, bro.
So Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 11 and verse 25, it says, "In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity."
Right, and that's what's going to happen in Esau when he's in captivity. He's not going to be thinking about the chateaus, the organic foods, the wines, the 100 and 200-300 year bottles of wine. He gonna forget that. All he gonna know is fucked upness. Yeah. Just like us. Like the Judah, you forgot that we were ruling in the Middle Ages, getting it. All that splendor, you don't remember that shit. All you know is the fucking, Jake can't even go past the plantation. Your thoughts don't even go past slavery. That's how, see, ain't no time for that. And when all hell breaks loose, all these people that's living in this high life, they gonna forget that. The change, the cars, the clothes, the hoes, the money, all that shit gonna go out their mind when they suffering.
Yeah.
When they gotta watch their children dying, starving. And that's the worst way to go. It's famine. It says by this, they pine away. It's better is he that perish by the sword than by famine. Because by famine, they pine away, man. Meaning you waste away.
Wasting away.
And that's a terrible way to die, man. And then you gotta not only do you wasting, but you gotta watch your children. They used to have them flat stomachs. Now they got that stomach, the big ass Ethiopian stomach, because it's full of gas, and they can't even eat regular food, solid foods.
Yeah.
You see, they're gonna forget about the parties they was going to, the mansion parties where they were committing all men as a whoredom and wickedness. They're gonna forget that shit because ain't nobody gonna be calling, picking them up, trying to make sure they're good. Right. So you trying to sell your house and go and run where? You can't leave America. Esau won't let you. If you do leave, you gotta come back.
If he let you come back.
If he let you. No, he gonna let you because Esau don't want you too far away from him. You know too much. You know too much. You can't. When have you ever seen some of these celebrities just go off into the sunset and live a life of quiet peace? Mm-hmm. Yeah. They always gotta do a comeback show. Yeah. They always gotta do that nigga Usher did a whole fucking, what they call it, a residency. And Beyonce about to do one too. At that big orb in Vegas, so they say. Why? Because the bitch is on her way out. She ain't selling like she was selling. Michael Jackson, he was on his way. He had to do that This Is It tour. Yeah. And the nigga died before he could do the tour. No. Why did all Michael Jackson sold hundreds of millions of albums, physical copies, bro. Mm-hmm. Not digital. No. Not streams, nigga. He sold physical copies. The nigga sold 65 million copies of his 7th album. A lot of people treat Michael Jackson Thriller like that was his first album. No, nigga, that was like 7. His other full 5 tape.
Yeah.
Except for Ben, that shit won't go. But when he got the Thriller, he must have sucked Quincy dick. He must have sucked Quincy Jones' dick so hard that the niggas, he had to make him a masterpiece, bro.
He did something.
He did something.
Absolutely. That's how they roll.
He's fucking on them kids, molesting them children,
Yep.
you know?
And they got him off of that.
Yeah, because they can still use him. People will see Michael Jackson and go like this and just start going into a trance full of demons on them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Because of this nigga. So they used this nigga to sell Pepsi, man. And the Lord judged him, burnt his fucking Jerry curl.
Yep, set his hair on fire.
Set his hair on fire, nigga. What the fuck you doing? Because that Pepsi was always poison. It was never good. It was never good.
Ain't good today.
Yeah, hell nah. And one nigga soaking ham and Coca-Cola. You know? So, yeah, you know, when this man is with you, he looks at you as nothing. But guess what? When Michael Jackson got booked and all that other shit, he forgot all that other shit.
Yeah.
He was in adversity.
Glory, all that shit.
Yeah, all that glory went out the window. And now he had to give his wealth to some white kids. They didn't even come out of his seed. Fucking Paris Jackson and Blanket Jackson. They ain't Jacksons. Them motherfuckers are heathens. That's somebody else's seed, man.
Yep. Fact.
Same thing happened with us. We forgot we were Israelites. And our identity, our culture, our history was applied to some Edomites, man. Even Paul Mooney said that shit. I think it was Paul Mooney said that, like, yo, if you take it long enough, everybody's gonna be white. Fucking Michael Jordan's gonna be a white dude on a Wheaties box.
For real.
Michael Jackson, he already is a white woman. He went from being a dark-skinned man to a white woman. Got an old white woman. Lil' Kim, she about to check too. This bitch had the audacity to talk about her new tell-all book is gonna be
outsell the Bible.
It's gonna outsell the Bible.
She crazy.
Bitch.
The fuck is that?
Everybody know you a whore. You a whore with low self-esteem. You went from a beautiful Israelite woman. She was pretty, bro. When she was young, she was fucking pretty, yo. She was pretty. Now she's like a fucking Moabite woman. Trying to dance. And that tight ass skin. She can't even smile. Because her skin's so stretched. And she went to the worst plastic surgeons, man. Yeah. To look like that, you went to the worst plastic surgeon. You did not go to the best, man.
Couldn't afford it.
She could not. She went to prison, came out of prison, fucked up.
Jacked up.
Back in
monster.
Sirach chapter 13 in the GNT, verse 21. When a rich person stumbles, his friends steady him, meaning they keep him posted, they keep him propped up. Mm-hmm. But if a poor person falls, his friends will have nothing to do with them. They're gonna leave you. When someone rich makes a mistake, there are many people to cover up for him. Jeffrey Epstein, his mistake was getting caught out there, and they faked this nigga death, because you know that nigga's still alive somewhere.
Hell yeah.
They faked his death. All his rich friends, the presidents, all them people that was at Sex Island.
He right on that island right now.
He probably chilling.
Chilling.
Because now Jeffrey Epstein don't exist no more. So now he can go through he got a whole new identity.
Yep.
He's somebody else now.
He was allegedly worth $500 million.
Come on, bro.
Allegedly.
Hey, probably more than that, because they were saying people were still trying to wonder how a person like a nobody like him get on Wall Street with all his money. Somebody had to prop him up. It was a super elite. He was a high level pimp. He was pimping out children.
And a pervert.
Yeah. It says when someone rich makes a mistake, there are many people to cover up for him. Mm-hmm. Explain away. Let me read it again. This is beautiful. Mm-hmm. When someone rich makes a mistake, there are many people to cover up for him and explain away all the things he never should have said. Hey, look at that shit that happened when all these presidents make these Freudian slips. They just cover it up. Oh, it's just another gaffe, Biden gaffe. You know, Kamala Harris, she's the Freudian slip. They just let that shit go. She told you that she said that their chief goal is to kill people, to kill babies or some shit like that. And they just let it slide. But let someone poor make a mistake. You know Jake wrote this, man. But you know how Jake like, but let me do something. You know what I'm saying? But let someone poor make a mistake and he gets nothing but criticism. Even if what he says makes good sense, nobody will listen. That's what's happening to us.
Yep.
Everything we saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, it makes sense. But nobody want to listen.
Yep.
You know? Until it's too late. Verse 23, when a rich person speaks, everyone is silent. And they praise him to the skies for what he says. But let a poor person speak. And everybody says, who is that? They push him down if he so much stumbles, man. Oh, I'm like, get out of here, nigga. You talking about, nigga. You ain't Jay-Z, nigga.
Yeah.
I ain't part of no Illuminati. Nigga, ain't no, it's about Illuma money, nigga. Illuma hustling, nigga. Illuma grinding, nigga. That nigga Memphis Bleak said that shit. Oh, everybody talking about Jay-Z and the Illuminati. Shit, as many parties I went to, shit, I would have been did it. They don't want a nigga like you. First of all, you can only sell 500,000 copies, and then they had to fudge those numbers. You didn't have the influence over Jake. Niggas don't want to listen to Memphis Bleak. They want to listen to Jay-Z.
That's right.
Nigga. So of course they're not gonna take you in a back room.
You got a big mouth.
Yeah, you talk too much, nigga. You talking now.
Fucking talking now.
You talking now. You never hear Jay-Z talk about nothing, bro.
Oh, hell no.
He don't talk about shit. And when he do talk, he talk always
In code.
and he praises the Edomites, Amalek, chiefly. He don't talk about you niggas. They took Jay-Z to Africa. I remember back in the day, I saw a documentary on MTV. They took this nigga Jay-Z to Africa to carry water. To make this nigga, they sent this nigga to Africa. You know he didn't even belong there. Some little girl was struggling with water. He helped her one day with the water. Not even a day, just a couple of minutes with the water while the camera was running. And they gave it to one of his other people. They carried this for her. And then she's still stuck in dirty ass Africa carrying water. Not even remember this nigga.
Yeah.
She can't afford to buy one of his albums. So yeah, nigga, that nigga, he did sell out. But when he talk, everybody be shutting the fuck up. Bill Gates, this nigga dropped out of college. They treat this nigga like he's a scientist. When did this nigga become a vexologist?
Just another devil.
Yeah, it's just another demon with influence and power given to him by the Rothschilds.
They literally tell you that he just read a bunch of books and
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly. Mark Zuckerberg, this nigga y'all so stupid. During the time of the Zoom, during the 2020 pandemic, how the fuck this nigga got a library, Slakia? How this nigga got a library, a book library, right? And the most out of place thing was there with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. like this nigga, that probably was blood in that bottle.
Yeah,
Sweet Baby Ray's with blood in it, but you thought, oh, he like me. He got Sweet Baby Ray's on a fucking bookshelf? Who do that? And the bookshelf was pristine and white. It wasn't no barbecue stains on there and nothing.
For real.
The barbecue joint wasn't even open. You know, in the nigga house, Sweet Baby Ray's got the shit dripping on the side. You didn't even wipe it off.
Yep.
And wonder why roaches in there having a barbecue.
Half a bottle and shit.
Yeah, bro, have a bottle.
Brand new and
Yeah, that shit was brand new. Sweet Baby Ray's, man.
Yeah.
We know they do that shit.
But they know that you people are stupid.
Show and tell.
He don't eat no Sweet Baby Ray's. He ain't never had it.
Hell no.
He don't even know what it tastes like. You know?
That motherfucker don't even know Ray.
He been eating Sweet Baby,
Yeah,
not Ray.
Yeah.
Not Ray.
He been eating me Swaby. He is
Yep.
Swaby.
Yep.
Swabies. He got a bottle of Swabies in the back. You know? But it says, but let the poor person speak. And everybody says, who is that? They push him down even if he so much stumbles. There is nothing wrong with being rich if you haven't sinned to get that way. And the only nigga we was talking about, brothers, they sin to get that way, man.
You know it.
Jay-Z, Diddy, he's coming out now. Cause see, a long time nobody said shit about Puff Daddy. The nigga named Puff Daddy, you know he a faggot. He a raging homosexual. No real nigga named Puff. You know, Puff Daddy. Yeah, Puff what, nigga?
You know what I think the problem is? He running out of people to sacrifice.
He outlived his usefulness.
He's outlived
That's all it
his
is.
usefulness. That's all it is.
He can't influence nobody no more. Nobody's drinking that bullshit ass Ciroc. That shit is trash. Ain't nobody watching Revolt TV.
Fuck no.
That shit is garbage. Ain't nobody wearing Sean John no more. That shit has been paid out. And ain't nobody listen to the music that you so-called produced. You didn't produce no more. And Biggie told you back in the day he was gay. The nigga said the bitch looked so good, he suck on her daddy's ride, man. What real nigga gonna say some shit like that? What straight man gonna say some shit like that, bro? What man that ain't never been ran through, suck some rod, gonna say some shit like that, bro?
Yeah, his ass is done.
You done, nigga. Like the scripture said, when you have nothing, he will laugh at you. Now, he letting all these fucking people bring you down, man. And all these people distancing themselves from you, man.
Yep.
You can't kill, he can't kill another people. You killed your man Biggie. You killed your wife, your children's mom.
Yep.
You probably killed other niggas.
Of course he did.
You had other niggas.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's only so long until the bill is due, nigga. You an Israelite. You wasn't born in, you was. It says right here, riches. It says when a rich person speaks. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Verse 24. There is nothing wrong with being rich if you haven't sinned to get that way, but there is nothing sinful about being poor. And it ain't. They make you being poor something fucked up.
Yeah.
Like one of the brothers, the beautiful brother, Ayashaba, Slocky brother, I get your name mixed up. I just talked to this Ayashaba from Mississippi. I think his name is Ayashaba Amath. He made a beautiful video, reply video to the elders of Ab from out of Mississippi called The Everyday Man. And they make it seem like a dude that worked hard 9 to 5, like us three. We all work hard. He worked with his hands. This brother stand on his feet all fucking day.
All the fucking day, man.
I gotta sit and scrub toilets, but guess what? None of the places where we work at will be able to run without us.
That's right.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
can see from the phone call.
Yeah, you see. The phone call, texts and shit. They wouldn't be able to run without us, but they treat us like we ain't shit. Oh, you a working class man, you ain't shit, man. You just a nigga. Bitches look down on us and shit.
Yeah.
And Kevin Samuels was trying to tell you bitches that, hey, the high level man is us.
It's us.
And really the high level man is a man of the Lord.
That's right.
And in this world, we get treated with no reverence, no respect, no regard. You look at us being poor as a sin, like, ugh. Let's keep on reading. There is nothing wrong with being rich if you haven't sinned to get that way. And everybody in this world that is rich, you receive your consolation, you did wickedness. You had to sin to get that way. You didn't do it righteously.
That's right.
But there is nothing sinful about being poor either. Only the ungodly think so. Right, only the ungodly think that it's a sin to be poor. Esau Edom, he's a man of ungodliness. 2/3 of our people, you're ungodly. You think that it's if you got rich righteously, which you can't, it's impossible, right? In this world, that's a sin.
Yeah.
You think that being poor is a sin. It's not. Verse 25, it's what in, let me start off at 24 again. There's nothing wrong with being rich if you haven't sinned to get that way. But there is nothing sinful about being poor either. Only the ungodly think so. It's what's in your heart that makes the expression on your face happy or sad. So money can't make you happy.
Right.
Money can't make you sad. People tell you that all the time. You see all these people with all this wealth, and them niggas is stupid. It's dumb, look like a 1,000-yard steer.
Yeah.
They got no spirit on them. They're bugged the fuck out. That bitch, Britney Spears. All she do is get naked on camera and just start dancing with no rhythm, bro. She's so fucked up. You would think that with all this money and all this influence and fame, you just shut the fuck up, go on the island. You give us some money, we going home, bro. We gonna chill. Jake gonna go sit on the couch somewhere.
Yep.
You know, probably get him. Now he can afford a bad bitch or two. Fuck on her and get the fuck out the way.
Give me a new
You
bed.
got all these
Get him a
artists,
new bed. You know what I'm saying?
you got all these artists talking about they're
Shit.
depressed and shit. Like,
Yeah, how do you?
why?
And then people be like, and the poor,
depressed?
looking at them like, how you depressed, nigga? You got millions. If I had millions, nigga, I'd be balling.
Yeah.
For real. Driving around in a nice car, but see, it ain't that. All you doing is paying for a higher quality of living.
That's right.
Always say that. People who sell out, you're not really selling out for money because it ain't real money. So what you doing? You just want a better quality of life. You might have grew up in a rural area where ain't nothing much. Now you can live high up in the city. Or you might live in the ghetto and never had shit. So now you can go into the white neighborhoods and live. But then it's just another level of hell.
That's it.
For you, if you're not an Edomite, and there's millions, like Elder Ricardo Kwame said today on the live stream preaching, it's nothing for a millionaire amongst white people. They don't rate them. Even if you're a multi-millionaire, that's nothing to Esau. But to Jake, that's something. He was saying that like with billionaires, you can't name one white billionaire that's not famous. You can't, but there's plenty of them out there. Hundreds and hundreds of them. There's a town in Switzerland that everybody's a millionaire. You don't even know their names. Name one Jake billionaire. Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, Rihanna. You see?
Fucking clown.
Because that's something.
Entertainer.
Yeah, that's something to a nigga.
That's right.
Even I remember, I never forget, I saw an interview with this dude named Byron Allen. He's so-called Jake. They say he looked like a black man, but he got a spirit of Edomite on him, but he looked like a black man, right? Anyway, this dude he
might be a tail.
yeah, he could be. I believe he probably is.
he is.
But anyway, the nigga named Byron Allen, this nigga is a TV billionaire. Really, he's like a 100 multi-millionaire or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Sequential millionaire, right? He said he was on a Breakfast Club. Yeah, he said he was on a Breakfast Club, right? And he had threw out a number, $600 and something million. He said $600 million. Charlamagne and guy started wetting his pants like, oh man, that's a lot of money, man. And then Byron Allen looked at him like, what? He said, that is not a lot of money. $600 million is nothing.
To him.
Especially when you're living in TV, you're dealing in TV and advertisement, $600 million is nothing. It isn't. But to a nigga, he would do anything and everything to get $600 million. Yeah. He don't know nothing about taxes. He don't know nothing about estate planning, nothing about financial services. He don't know shit. He just see the $600 million. It's like people that win the lottery, supposedly. Niggas win the lottery and they lose their fucking mind. This one black bitch, she won like in the 80s, they won like, I think it was like $1 million. She said, I thought I was rich forever. Now she broke. Because $1 million ain't shit.
It ain't.
$1 billion ain't shit. We in inflation periods, man.
Yeah.
$1 billion is nothing.
Especially when you live in the highlight.
For real, man. When you live like that, people spend that shit on a weekend.
Thank you, living
A month. $1 billion, okay. It's nothing. Because they go places, they don't buy everything that they in. They rent that shit out. That's smart. Why take on that fucking depreciating asset when I can just rent it out and have the same experience? You know what I mean? They don't buy no mansions. They got enough money to spend $10,000 a month on renting a property and treating it like shit.
Well, that place that I'm painting, bro, the fucking, I was looking up like prices on how much that shit is, bro. Mm-hmm. The average mortgage on that shit is like 30 grand, bro, a month. I was like, god damn, there's people that got
that's
like
shitload
of money, bro.
That's nothing.
And that's just rent.
Yeah, so 30 times 12 is what? Like 300,000? Some crazy shit like that a year?
Yeah, bro.
300,000, 30,000 a month, man. We be struggling to get $1,400 to pay this fucking rent, man. And you be checking your account, making sure the shit came out, and ain't nothing bounce.
Yep.
30,000, my man?
That's insane.
That's
bro.
insane, bro. Even these Edomites with yachts, they buy these $100 million yachts. It costs about $5 million a year to keep that shit going. You think they worried about that shit? No. No, it's like, okay, it's done. Whatever, it's done. They ain't checking their account like, okay. They got people to cover that shit. They pay people to watch their money.
Mm-hmm. I was like, just out of curiosity, looking how much it costs to fly from a private jet from here to New York, bro. It's like $300,000 to fly from here to New York in a private jet.
Yep.
And these motherfuckers be rolling around, back and forth everywhere in them shits.
Yep. And it ain't nothing. Cause that's the top way to get around.
Yeah.
They don't gotta catch no train and buggy no more. When they were driving in cars and driving on trains, people were walking and still riding in horse carriages and shit, man. Mm-hmm. Right now, we get on trains, it's nothing. You get on the train, people be pissing and shitting and farting, fucking on the train. Back in the day, that was a luxury, buddy.
Yeah.
If you wasn't hiking or on a fucking horse, which is also a luxury, and you got a horse-drawn carriage, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Now everybody got a car. People be excited about, yeah, nigga, I got a $500,000 car, nigga. It sounds good. It looks nice, but it's not worth it.
And at the same time, having said all that, even with all this money and stuff that people has, we don't see what's going on behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Because they still have sickness.
Yep.
They still have problems.
Yep.
With relatives.
Yep.
Their children.
If it's different levels of rich, wealth.
Yep.
If you're poor, coming into upper middle class, lower wealthy class, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still worrying about poor people. Rich people don't worry about other rich people, because everybody got it. Wealthy people don't worry about all the wealthy people, because everybody got it. They ain't gotta flaunt it, because everybody got it. I seen a video of this black bitch. She got her first Louis Vuitton bag, and she was like touching a box like it was a golden egg. I'm like, the rich people. I saw a video earlier this week. Somebody had an Airbnb, and the person that was there was wealthy. He had LV boxes just strewn around on the floor like it was nothing. With the the dust catcher, the dust bag. The black bitch will fold it up all nice and neat, put it in a closet, so she can, when she go in the closet, she can just look. The white people just throw that shit on the ground. It's trash. Why the fuck you got all them boxes in here? Why is that? They put their boxes, even Hermes. I just saw a picture today. I don't know who posted it up, but it said all these people don't like black people. You had Hermes, you had Fendi,
Tommy Hilfiger.
No, Michael Ford. Well, he don't like black people either. Michael Ford, Tom Ford. All these different people that own these high level or who names that this high luxury brands are named after, and none of them catered to so-called black people. They didn't want they said whenever black people put their hands on their items, they devalue it. You think they might be getting millions of dollars from it and billions of dollars from it, but they don't even want your money. That's how wealthy they are. They don't want your money. And you know who always get a nigga wake-up call like that? Oprah Winfrey. Her ugly, funky ass go up in the fucking Hermes looking like a fucking bag of shit with legs trying to get Hermes. They threw that bitch out. Yep. Mind you, this bitch worth billions of dollars. They like, we don't know who you are. No, thank you. Because they're not watching the Oprah Winfrey show in Switzerland. They're not watching the Oprah Winfrey show in fucking Monaco, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You go to Monaco, ain't nothing but Edomites up there, bro.
Rich, all of them.
Super wealthy Edomites, man. Yep. No niggas unless you working. Unless you working. And in the other nations, they try to emulate the white people. The East Indians, the Hamites, the Moabites, the Ammonites.
Yep.
They try to emulate Esau going to these places, man. You know? But it's really not, it ain't worth shit.
That's right.
It ain't worth shit.
Because it's going to all come to an end one day. A fiery end.
It says, it's what's in your heart that makes the expression of your face happy or sad.
That's right.
If you feel cheerful, you will look cheerful. Although making up proverbs calls for some intense thought. Yeah, so if you feel cheerful, you're going to look cheerful. It says you are how you think, man. And so at the end of the day, I'm glad that we read this, man, because this, you know, it is what it is, man. I was going to bring some information out of this book, but I guess I'm going to have to do it next week, Lord willing. But with that, we give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I say double honor to the apostles and bishop elders, a great millstone for teaching the word and truth and sincerity for ruling well. Salutations to the elect. Keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Lord willing next week.
Lord willing. Yep.